Alright, welcome folks. This is going to be part 4 of our ongoing Civ4 game. This is Roman Seafarers. In the last portion of the game, we kind of finished colonizing the remaining islands out there, and then we're able to trigger some nice golden ages at the end with a very timely great engineer pop right when Taj Mahal was available. So we'll look around for a minute or so right at the beginning because it has been a week since I've looked at this game. But, oh yeah, thanks. People can see the shirt. I don't know if the text comes across on Open Broadcast Software or not, but this is a shirt that my wife Liz got me, and it says, you can't see it on here I think very well, but it says the dog father for our dog Sydney, who will probably bark at some point today. So what were we doing last time? So the big thing that we did was we settled the whole northern islands, all this territory up here, picked up some additional resources. Like there's some extra stuff, this wheat resource and this rice one for some extra health. And we got all 3 green resources up here. This silver will be coming online once we can get some workers up there. It's not super high priority, but these workers here, once they finish connecting these silks, will head up there. Our dog is a Great Pyrenees mix, Sydney. He's been on camera a fair bit from time to time, but I know not everyone's seen him. So he's a big dog. So the other thing we were doing is we were squeezing out some great people. We just got, where's the city that just rushed? Here we go. Two Fish, Too Furious just had an engineer rush Taj Mahal. Although I guess technically we'll overflow this 53 production into something else. I was going to say technically we don't have to build this. I'll probably start building frigates out of here. So we're about to get another golden age. We already have 1 great person saved. We have a merchant saved. And we will get a great scientist out of this city. I will keep running specials up, and then we'll have another golden age ready. We'll get 1 from Taj, and then we'll have another golden age, the 2-person golden age ready. I will probably save that golden age for potential civic swapping. Also, I really should have swapped into bureaucracy on the first. I realized this after I played, but I should have swapped into bureaucracy on the very first turn of my original golden age when I went into caste system. There was no reason to stay in barbarism, and I think some people in chat pointed that out, but I just totally missed it. Anyway, though, so we are going to get another golden age starting next turn. And once that happens, I'm going to pop into nationhood and begin drafting, because our goal for today is we are going to take it to Mr. Wang Khan, if at all possible. We've got the tools we need right now. Oh, and free market. I thought I already went free market, but I guess I didn't. Apparently I forgot to do that too. Maybe I didn't. Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what it is? It's because I was going to revolt on the last turn of the Golden Age, and this was going to be the last turn. I got the unexpected Taj. That was what swung it. I got the unexpected Taj. That's why I was thrown off. But I should have gone bureaucracy on the first turn of the Golden Age. I did not have free market available on the first turn of the Golden Age. So yes, our goal was to go after Wang Kon. We have the tools to do that. We were able to pick up steel and chemistry. So we're going to get some dry docks in a couple of cities. Excuse me. I think that Two Fish, Too Furious is a perfect dry dock city. I'm going to use, because it's far enough from the front lines that I can use it to just crank ships. Clam Nation as well, but Clam Nation I think I might just focus on building cannons at the moment. I don't need to build units for attacking because I can draft those. I can draft a whole bunch of muskets, and then that'll be sufficient for killing units. But I can't draft ships, and I can't draft siege units. So I have the 3 catapults here, but I want to get more cannons because cannons will just annihilate these city defenders. Frigates can remove the city defenses, and then cannons can kill the defenders. So I'm going to need more ships too. I don't have enough ships. I have 4 frigates. I think I need more galleons just for transporting units. I probably need about 10 of them. I have 1 caravel that's waiting to be upgraded. These catapults are going to be upgraded too. But I need to start pulling a lot of these ships down to the south. Like these galleons probably need to start coming back because I'm going to need them for transporting. I have this worker going, I'm transporting. Yeah, I have this Praetorian on its way back. Where are my other Praetorians, just out of curiosity? I'm trying to remember where I put them. This is always the danger when you pick up a game. Alright, so 2 of them are already down here, and 1 is on its way. The City Raider Praetorians, City Raider 3 are handy, and then this one that's got the Medic 2 is going to be my Great General Medic 3. Yeah, bureaucracy not that useful, but I should have flipped into it on the first turn of the Golden Age, just because it would be more useful than nothing. Like, it would be more useful than nothing. But I agree this is not a great map for... and it would have helped me, like, get this bank done more quickly. It would probably be close to done. I think I was also building Oxford at the time. Alright, so that's kind of our setup here. So let's hit next turn. We'll get Taj Mahal. We are not canceling. He can hate me all he wants because he is probably going to be the next... He is almost certainly the next target after Wang Khan.
Some books are to be tasted,
so this also opens up the epics.
Swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested.
Maybe Clam Nation builds one of the epics. So we've also finished our big goal, which was to get to... we finished Steel, which was our big goal for a long time. I think I said our next goal was to push for rifling, because then we can draft rifles as opposed to muskets. But I did want to grab the cheap text up here at the top of the tree. Drama, we will want theaters to pop borders quickly in captured cities, and music would be nice for build culture, I think. Plus, we need music for military tradition anyway. Although I don't know, we'll see. Build culture is nice in captured cities to pop the borders quickly. Anyway, so we built the cannon. I think I should build the heroic epic here, and then use this for... I think that's worthwhile to do now that we have units that qualify for heroic epic. It's a bit of an investment, but we're in a golden age, so now's a good time to work on it. And I really need to improve this tile here with something better than literally nothing. So there's Taj. Heroic epic plus dry dock. Probably. It would be able to one-turn ships with once that happens, but I need some cities that are capable of getting me more siege units. In particular, I just need a lot of cannons, like lots of cannons. All right, so you need to build the dry docks, and then wow, look at all that overflow. We basically get 2 turns of production because we didn't have to put anything into Taj. So yeah, you finish this. Interesting that you're already at the happy limit. Well, we can always build a Coliseum if we have to for happiness, because we will get war weariness as the game goes on. But you build the dry dock, and then I'm just going to have you crank out some frigates and galleons, because you should be able to... What's the base production here? 42 with the forge. The dry dock is what, plus 50% for ships? So yeah, we can't quite one-turn ships, but we can 2-turn frigates out of here for sure. Obviously, when we're out of the golden age, it'll be a little bit slower. Okay, so you finished. Yapapa here finished. What, the lighthouse? Oh, that's right, because we wanted to work this tile. Yeah, go work that tile. It's much better. What else does this city need? It doesn't need that much. I'll probably do the forum because it gives more happiness. And we're going to need that down the road. Or I could try to get the barracks because they're going to, for when we draft this, but that can come down the road. This frigate is waiting until we're going to need it to kill that ship. But anyway, I wanted to... How close are we to getting the great... Alright, so we're really close to our great scientist here. The question is, do I want to run pacifism for 1 more turn? I think the answer to that is yes. I think we run pacifism for 1 more turn just to get this slightly closer before the city starves. And then next turn I think we swap out of pacifism, because this will get us halfway there. Maybe 2 more turns, we'll see. But yeah, you chill up here. You're waiting to kill that barb ship. You were bringing this worker, not exactly, I think to pair with this up here. Let's see, there's 2, because usually I run the workers in groups of 2, just because they build things so much more quickly. So yeah, let's get you up here, and then you can start shuffling to the southeast as well. Because I'm going to need ships to carry units. Alright, over here, I think I was going to... Yeah, this city has enough food that it can workshop these tiles. Chop that. Oh, you know what? I think I messed up. I was gonna load this worker onto that ship, wasn't I? I was gonna move both. Yep. Okay. Let's just restart the turn because I'm picking up from my previous save file and I couldn't remember that worker was supposed to load on that ship that turn. All right.
Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested.
So we just got to redo what we did before. Fortunately, we didn't do that much. Yeah. We saw it before. Dry docks. Forum. Okay, now let's do what I would have remembered to do if I had been if I had been playing the turn instead of that wasn't a 1 week delay. Alrighty. So frigates. I'll just have you sit here, right on the edge of my borders, in preparation for future aggression. Cottaging this tile? I wish I could workshop it, but I guess I don't have enough food. Yeah, I don't think I have enough food, sadly. I could always reassign this tile to Clan Nation, though, and watermill it. That might be better. Like, I hate getting rid of a mature town, but this is going to be a heroic epic city. Well, we'll leave it for now. I guess we'll finish the cottage and then maybe watermill that. Alright, you are getting upgraded to the frigate as well. Nice. That gives me 4. As I said, I will need more than that. One direction. Alright, so you go hang out here. Now we need to start upgrading these to cannons. That's an expensive upgrade, but cannons are far better units than catapults. You can just heal for right now. We need to make sure this city doesn't actually lose a pop point. There we go. Next turn I can swap out of this. I'll just run a couple scientists. Alright, you guys, I was going to have you road because I do want some mobility here. And you are bringing this Praetorian down to the front lines, or the future front lines. Yeah, you guys can chill there. Even as Praetorians, they'll be pretty darn useful because they have City Raider 3. Okay. Sea Dragon Bay would be a nice production city too. It's going to finish the bank, and then there's really not a lot else for it that it needs. I think I can use the Golden Age to get the dry docks out. Although this is so close to the front lines, I might rather have it just do cannons, honestly. Like, the shipbuilding spots I almost feel like I prefer on cities that are further away from the front lines, because there's less need to do big transportation.
All the world's
Alright,
a stage,
so drama done.
and all the men and women merely players.
We also could get priesthood if we ever need another cheap source of happiness. I guess the temples aren't that cheap for non-spiritual. Music, do I want to hit that? No, let's just hit rifling as quickly as possible right now. Head down this route. Okay, so the bank's done. Well, I do need the barracks, because I need that for the extra XP. And then I'll either build or draft from there. Alright, Manatee. We're going to be out of pacifism. Let's have you run neutral food surplus till you get that scientist. Oh, you need to build something. You're still mostly whipping for production, aren't you? Yeah, because you don't have, like, natural production. But you can work that two hammer tile. Building a marble city would reduce the cost of... It's true, but I don't think I have time to get that marble connected. The marble is just in a really awkward spot, and I don't think any of the AIs have a spare to trade me. Well, what we actually want next here is probably the bank gives us the best return on investment, probably. But the barracks will be useful for drafting purposes so we can get a promotion with theocracy. So I think I'll try to get that barracks done first. Library done here. Yeah, you're going to see me getting a lot of barracks out for drafting purposes. Now this city needs the forge. Also work that tile. Oh no, actually, no, don't work that tile. I need the extra food here. I forgot this is a low food city. Only has +4 food. This should probably be farmed as a result, so we can get to +5 food. Alright, now these two are going to come... Yeah, there's just no realistic way to get that marble connected in the near future. So they're going to build this connection. I actually need a city to build a workboat for that crab, so I'll have you get that out. Then can move up and through the fort that they're about to build on this tile. And then the frigate, once it kills this barb galley, can go off and do useful stuff. Try to go to sleep. Turn off science for this turn. Upgrade another catapult to cannon. And now we have all of our... Now we have 4 cannons, 5 frigates, 4 galleons. Also, this is the turn I want to swap. So, nationhood for drafting, back to slavery, free market, and out of pacifism and into theocracy. Alrighty. So now, see, now the great person will finish before the end of the Golden Age, but let's go ahead and now take a look at our cities, because some of them are going to need, whipping. So you're almost done with this bank, that's fine. I hate to hit a city that's this mature for a draftee, but by the same call, the city actually just has excess population that it's not doing anything with. Now we do have a barracks here, right? Yes. Because otherwise the city is going to be really unhappy. But it can just live with it. It is just barely enough to keep from getting unhappy. So, we'll assign another scientist to keep you from being unhappy. The hell no, we won't go. Alright, so you come down here. Clan Nation does not get drafted because it's at the happiness limit. I usually go through the cities just like in order to draft them unless there's a strong reason not to. Vercingetorix is a perfect place to draft because that's really all this city ever needs to do. So it would be nice if I had the barracks. If I had the barracks, I'd get a second point of XP on this unit. But because I don't have the barracks, it's only 1 XP instead of 2. And so I do not start with the promotion. But Vercingetorix happily gives up a population point. Look at all those trade routes. The 5 trade routes is so absurd. Plainsview similarly is perfect to sacrifice for the cause. You're in the army now, soldier. You're being drafted. I don't know that I want to whip this bank, not for 4 pop. I think if I can get it to 3 pop, I'd be more inclined to do so. So let's queue you up to move over here. Oh, now the city's unhappy? What changed? Did I move a unit out? Oh, I had a unit that was providing military police happiness. Well, that's fine. We can slide one of these units in here for right now. Just keep you happy for the time being. Okay. Run another scientist. You just chill in there for the time being. So that's our 3 drafts available this turn. Let's look through the other cities and see what might want to be whipped. So I'm going to draft this city next turn. This city will not get any production into anything aside from whipping. So if I whip this, it'll grow back to size 6, and then I can draft it size 6, so that's fine. Sandlot, let's hold off for the moment. It can actually build the bank in just 8 more turns in the Golden Age. Remember, you always don't want to go too crazy whipping during a Golden Age, because you want to work those tiles while you're getting the extra yields. But like a city like this kind of does need whipping, I guess. I guess it's not totally out of tiles to work yet, so I'll leave it be for now. Sea Dragon Bay, work that tile, finish the barracks. I mean, all these cities are going to get drafted. It's probably not worth it to sacrifice 4 pop. But like some of these other cities that literally have no production at all, like this city, Cinnamon Spice, has no production. So I'll pop that for that. Manatee looks fine for now. I'm not gonna. I just swapped this turn anyway. Get the barracks done there. Workboat, forge. Yeah, that all looks fine. This city I would whip the forge, but it looks like it doesn't have enough population. Not yet. This city though definitely should whip the lighthouse. The city needs the lighthouse desperately, even before the granary. Some of these cities are still just getting started. Like this one. Muskox. Alright. Okay. Looking pretty good. So yeah, we'll run we'll draft all these locations and go from there. Alrighty, so Heroic Epic in 6 turns there. Like I said, I'm going to turn this into a watermill, even though I hate destroying the town, but it's a Heroic Epic city, so we need to emphasize production. Even though watermills are not great yet, we are about to hit replaceable parts, which will at least make it a 2-2 tile. Not a great tile, but at least something. And you guys are finishing this road connection here. It's the fastest way for you to get down here. Oh, I guess I do need to keep some ships. You know what? Cancel that order. I do need to keep some ships in the area because I need to ferry draftees. I do need to ferry draftees to the main island. Like, I need to ship a galleon over here. Probably after this dry docks is done, I'll build a galleon first because I'm going to draft all these cities that are on these islands and I need ships to ferry them over. This would be a good map for state property, I agree. But I'm not to that point of the tech tree yet. It certainly wouldn't be bad. Alright, so get a galleon first. And we might have enough overfill from that to 1-turn the frigate the following turn. But yeah, we're going to need that for draft to ferry draftees, as I said. Okay, library done here. These should probably be lumber milled down the road, but I don't quite have the tech for lumber mills yet. The bank is probably has the best return because it's plus 50% on gold. Similar story here. I want to get the forums because I may be suffering from unhappiness down the road. Although we should probably, maybe we should get the barracks out for future drafting because this will be a nice draft camp. Alright, lighthouse done, forage next. Lighthouse done, work the 3 food tile there. Then the granary. I have 15 turns for that. Well, these workers can probably come and help out. I think I'm going to have them do that exactly that. Because I want to get that done quickly so I can then connect this. I want to connect this crabs resource so that that city becomes not junk. Like I can have these workers shimmy up here, and then that'll cut that down from 8 turns to 4 turns. Should be a lot faster. All right. Well, actually, this galleon is in decent shape to help out. Why don't we grab a draftee from this city this turn? You hop on board. And then we'll grab draftees from these 2 cities, and then that galleon will be... We can grab them from Panama and Manatee next turn, and then this ship can ferry them over. Meanwhile, you could grab a draftee from Batavia here, potentially. Although I do have this galleon coming out to grab... No, this galleon here can grab the draftees from this section. Why don't you just keep heading down in this direction for right now? The units move much faster on ships than they do on land, so... it's better if you can transport them by sea to do so. So let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to need a lot more galleons, aren't we? I need some more frigates, but I also need more galleons. Because I'm going to have to transport all these units. Like, each one can only carry 3 units, so I probably need about 10 galleons, so I can carry 30 or so units. Alrighty, well, let's continue with our draft sequence, shall we? So we got Plainsview last turn. Vicino is prime candidate for a musket to draft, so you can hop over here. For Vicino. I have not been very nice to this city, have I? The aqueduct, we also probably shouldn't put that overflow into an aqueduct. There's probably something more useful we can put it into. Like maybe a cannon? Could I actually build this if I like work this tile instead? Yeah, we'll go with that. It already has the barracks, so it will be a 2 XP. And I could even work one of these tiles if I wanted to get that done sooner. Doesn't help the city in terms of commerce, but that's okay. Right, yeah, why don't you hang out here? You can be the ferry service for these 3. When is it good to use a farce for lumber mill? It depends. It's usually better to chop in most situations. Usually chopping's better, but if it's sometimes if you're in the later stages of the game, it can be worthwhile to use them. Oh wow, look at this. We can burn right through printing press. Boy, we're going to be in position to get rifles. Second round of draftees will all be rifles. That's going to be nice. Alright, so here, like I said, is it worthwhile to extend irrigation up to this city? I don't think it is. I think the +5 food's enough here. So why don't we just cottage these tiles? Now here, I wanted to chop this, I think. Although I could technically lumber mill it. It would get the +1 commerce. No, I wanted to farm this. That's right. I needed to farm this tile. Also, I need another worker over there. Anyway, so we drafted Vicino. I want to make sure I use all 3 of my drafts, and the Sandlot is a perfect candidate for drafting. Although it is working all improved tiles, but eh. Gotta pay the pain some. It'll just grow right back onto that tile, that 04 tile. And look, because we're in Theocracy and we have a barracks, the city even gets, the unit even gets a 2nd promotion. So yeah, our military power is going to be going up pretty quickly. We're actually number 2 in soldiers, which is surprising, because I really have not built a lot of military. But if we're curious about power, so you can see me starting to hop up a little bit, whereas Wang Khan's still down here. Alright, so I'm out of drafts for this turn. You can only do 3 drafts on a small-sized map each turn. But we'll keep getting our 3 out each turn, and make sure we have enough galleons to carry these units, and hopefully enough frigates to take down the defenses of enemy cities. So we shouldn't be more than about 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 15 turns away from launching an attack. So that gives me a galleon there. Like I said, let's build the frigate because we can 1-turn it. If we have enough production to 1-turn it, we should probably go for it. UC Dragon Bay, we're kind of moving out of the commerce phase of the game and more into the production phase of the game. So like I could work this tile if I want for extra production. I want to give me some cannons. Yeah, 4-turn cannons. Let's go with that. That feels pretty good. Because I definitely need more cannons. Alright, this city should do its courthouse next. That's what the city needs. We'll keep you growing for right now. Although I guess you're going to grow in 1 turn regardless. So. And I'm going to workshop this tile. Could you look at the power graph? I think Rome is preparing for war. Yeah, I think Rome is preparing for war as well. So Saladin gets a great profit. We are very close to... Wait, is that a barb? What is a barb galley doing there? Alright. This random barb galley has showed up. Okay, well, we've got frigates on standby, and this one can even get a 2nd promotion for killing a unit. So we'll send this over here to intercept. Free XP indeed. Come on, game. Just froze for a second. Okay. If it had crashed, I could have just reloaded to the autosave. But... Alrighty, so well, look at this. We've got 6 XP on the Galleon. That's nice. Now, here's a question. I can potentially take the +1 movement promotion on the Galleons. That means it's less likely to survive if it gets in combat. But if it never gets in combat, having the +1 move is nice. See, like if you go into the Civilopedia and you look at promotions, you take it's navigation 1. So you start by taking flanking, and then you take navigation. I think I'm actually going to do that just to showcase this. So +1 movement range. It's also nice to get the extra sight range on some of these ships too, but this one will take the extra movement. So now we have 6 movement on this Galleon. If you ever are involved in multiplayer Civ4 and there's a map with water, be very careful about those promotions that give extra movement range. You can get hit from out of the fog with units that you might not think you're going to get hit by. All right, so you pop one over here. We'll go ahead and draft Cinnamon Spice. Even though it's almost done with its barracks, we still want to hit that city. So you go ahead. You'll just grow right back again. You hop on board the ship. Midway probably will get on the next draft cycle because it's only size 3 and it still doesn't have its granary yet. I could one pop whip it for the granary. That might actually be worthwhile to do because it'll grow much faster with the granary. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Even though it's very mean to Midway to stack another draft on a whip on happiness, getting the granary up faster will help a lot. And then with its +6 food surplus, it can just grow with the full granary. Over here, ship graveyard, I will probably draft next turn. And Batavia, because I'm going to have to move over here to pick this unit up. And then Batavia, if I draft this turn... Actually, no, let's not draft this turn. This barracks finishing next turn. Let's see. So we recently did Vicino and the Sandlot. So 2 Fish, 2 Furious, I don't think I want to draft. It's too good of a city. Because it's already like right at the happiness cap. Let's not do that. But Sarate, certainly. And then you can just head down in this direction. So Sarate gives me a unit. You should probably be working that tile, even though it does slow growth slightly. And Pearl's Harbor, definitely. It's going to make Pearl's Harbor right at the happiness limit, but it'll just have to live with it, because this city needs a forum to keep itself happy. In fact, I actually think I'm going to hit the observatory and then go to a forum after that. And you keep shuffling over here, too. You're just chilling in Suez to keep the city happy. Okay, Yopapa is going to grab... Oh, yeah, I wanted to grab these. Okay, well... That's right, I need to get Panama and Manatee. And we can draft them next turn. What the... Oh, here we go. So... I am not wasting their worker turns. I'm just going to have them road as they walk towards this tile. That way they can then finish the road as they head back. Alrighty, any other units I need to move? So Suez should be able to... Suez has pretty good production. At least in the Golden Age. 20 base. Or 16 base, and then it's got the forge. I'm wondering if it's worthwhile to invest the time in the dry docks. Probably it is. I think it's a decent enough producer to get the dry docks and then build some ships. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile. Too bad I can't get marble for that heroic epic. I'm just going to check real quick to see if any of the AIs have a spare marble. I doubt that they do, that I could trade for. Because Wang Khan has one, but I think that's the only other source of marble in the world is Wang Khan's source. And then this one in the Tundra, which is so far up there. It's going to be sad when this Golden Age ends.
What gunpowder did for war, the printing press has done for
Alright,
mine.
on to replaceable parts, which will unlock lumber mills and then also make water mills worthwhile, but mostly as a stepping stone to rifling. As I said, this first round of drafts will not have rifles, but second round of drafting will. And I don't want to delay the... It's going to take about... It'll take, what? 8 to 10 turns to get to rifling, so it should line up really nicely with a second draft that hits that Okay, so we're going to need the dry dock, which will then make the city unhealthy, but whatever. It's got enough food. We can deal with it. Alright, so you built a frigate. And we can still one turn a frigate, so I think I will do that, and then I'll probably switch over to galleons after that. Also, why are you working this tile? It has to be something we can do with this tile. Probably have you work a scientist instead of that tile. Maybe I can workshop that tile. If I can get a worker down there, I've kind of moved my workers away from that part of the map, but I should probably get down there to work on some other stuff. Alright, so you finished that. You need the forum because you're going to have a lot of unhappiness in the near future as you get drafted and whipped and all that jazz. You need the forge next to power up your future whips. Okay, so I wanted to definitely get these cities so I can start maneuvering them back towards the front lines. We'll get a great person out of here, which should be enough to trigger a second golden age whenever we need to. I'll run one turn of gold, and then we'll finish replaceable parts. Needless to say, I'm not as worried about... Oh, by the way, Confucianism's still spreading. Now the Dutch seem to be spreading it throughout their territory. That'll be even better once we have that shrine captured from Wang Khan. Anyway, though. Alright, so... You keep moving here. I am much less worried about my cities getting captured now that I have the ability to draft them for extra defenders. Like, I'll be able to draft rifles pretty soon. Alright, so definitely work that tile. And we'll still get this before the end of the Golden Age. That's fine. Just keep chilling there. Poor Saladin's got this this horse archer that's like trapped. Well, I guess there's just enough room for him to slip through here and get back to his territory. Road, and then next turn you can help out with the fort. Also, you might as well get right next to that tile, so you can sail through and kill that barb. Alright, fortunately we'll be able to get to this spot before it can pillage anything. Looks like that workboat will be there just about when the fort finishes. Alright, so... Now if we can just get some more cannons... City Raider 2 cannon. Like, if we take down the defenses of the city with a frigate, and then a City Raider 2 cannon hits the city, we should be able to just clean up after that. But cannons are the units that will be most likely to die, so we will need to replace some of them. Like, I don't want to... I'm thinking of having Clam Nation just crank out cannons with Heroic Epic as soon as it finishes. Alright, meanwhile, you keep coming over here to grab a unit from Ship Graveyard. So how many galleons? We have 2 galleons here right now. We're going to need more galleons, aren't we? Fortunately, Suez is right here for handy ferrying purposes. I might need galleons more than frigates. How many frigates do I have? 6? I think I need galleons more. I'm going to switch you over to building galleons. I think I need more of them. Because like right here on this little stack, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 units, so I need 3 more galleons just for that. Yeah, I mean, I've got this, but like both of these are just ferrying more drafted units, so I definitely need a few more. Alright, while you're here, get this, and then this city will be pretty much done as far as improved tiles. I guess I should mine that. Now, did I use up all my drafts this turn? No. I still have another place where I can draft. Alright, we got Pearl's Harbor. Nice, the overflow was enough to finish the library. Cool. That was from last turn's whips. Alright, Monty Banana. Definitely in position to give up send some young folks to support the cause. Black Forest, does it have a trade? No, it does not have a trade route because the ice blocks it. So We'll see if the fort actually adds a trade route. I suspect it will not. Now, do I have any more drafts this turn? I do not. I've used them all up, which is what I thought. So another reason why it's nice having all these cities is they provide population for drafting. Yeah, none of the AIs seem to be very close to the next set of units. So yeah, I'll get another galleon. Just I need to have these queued up ahead of time. All right, so you're going to need a forum to keep people happy, because you can see now I'm close to the happiness limit already. But the forum is worth, I have furs, I have ivory, don't I? I have furs, ivory, silks. I don't have whales. You know, it might be worthwhile to settle this city here just for the whales, because I might need that happiness down the road. All right, anyway, let's get you over here. Hopefully it's just a couple more turns here. It says 3 more turns. All right, you hop on board the ship. Now we've got another group of 3 muskets on the way. Frigate, if you would clean this, if you would clear out this annoying barbarian ship, would you? 99.9% odds. Yeah, that's probably a post-Korea spot to grab. So the frigate did not take any damage, and that's not really a surprise. Because it was 8 strength against 2.2. So we hit for 35, then 35, then 35, and that was it. Short battle. But now the brave people of Gemjul are safe once again. Good job. Well, we're a ways away from planting that. There's a good chance that we don't even found that city in today's session, so keep that in mind. Keep that name in mind, but as I said, we might be getting a little ahead of ourselves. All right, so yeah, building up a stack here. These muskets will be able to take combat 1. All right, so ship graveyard. We want to pop that city this turn. Wish I had a road, so this... Yeah, I wish I had a road, but I don't, so it's going to take slightly longer to grab this. Wait, what the... Oh. So we're going to have to hop here, and then we'll get that guy next turn. I guess there was no reason to grab that this turn. And then we'll be able to... And then we'll just head up to Batavia, grab that unit. And I really want the borders to expand so I can get... I really wish I could get a fort through the middle of this, but I would have to get it on this tile, and there's no borders that are going to hit that tile. So sadly, no canal available through this island anytime soon. Alright, so let's reassign this tile over to this city. There we go. That does mean that this tile now can go over to this city if it needs it. Get me that cannon in 5 turns, just so it's ready. Alrighty, so we improved that. I don't think I have enough food to do something with this tile, unfortunately. I would love to. Yeah, I just don't have enough food to do something else with that tile. Now this city could actually... No, it doesn't. This city doesn't have enough food to work that tile either. Poor Vercingetorix. Alright, so we need to come over here. We have some tiles we can improve over here. So let's send these workers over here. I want to cottage... I want to lumber mill that and then workshop that tile. Alright, so drafts. We finished up by drafting Monte Banana last turn. So Sea Dragon Bay definitely can give up a pop point here. We'll just lose one of those water tiles. And keep working. Actually, the cannon's 2 turns regardless, so since it doesn't speed it up. But like I can work both of these tiles if I really want to gain additional production. It's 10 extra base production in a golden age. Of course, that means the city stops growing, so it's probably not worthwhile to do that, but like I could do this and look, the city gets up to 36 production per turn. Still, I think I stay off those tiles for now. And you even have a promotion, which is really nice. Alright, so I'm going to have you come join the group down here. And Gemjol also has a draftee. That galleon's already full, otherwise I'd hop on board for faster transport. So instead I'll just move you down here. Yeah, it definitely seems like I need galleons more than frigates at the moment, with Two Fish, Too Furious just pumping out a few more. Alright, so Gemjol, and I've used up my drafts now. Windmill the hill at the Fur City. I could do that, that's true. That's probably the best way to use that tile, because that would get this at least another bit of production. But I think that that's a lower priority than improving some of the tiles over here, so I will come back to that down the road. Alright, Heroic Epic done. Get me some cannons, that's what I want. Can I two-turn these? There's actually no overflow at all, 63. So yes, I can two-turn these, nice. Not the greatest Heroic Epic city ever, but worthwhile. Alright, Galleon. Because I'm building cannons, and the cannons will need transports too. So continuing to change ships up here. Looks like we'll be able to move through there next turn. Great General, wow, so I guess they're still fighting over there. Great General born, the frigate probably will just take combat 1. Alright, and we will get our great person next turn. There we go. Alrighty, over here. So what can I do to help this city? Probably just cottage that tile, at least at first. I could mine the hill tile here, which wouldn't be bad to give this city another source of production. You were working on that forge, but I think I'd prefer to have you growing right now, so I can draft you, so you can hit size 6 and then draft. Yeah, I think I would just want to cottage that tile, so why don't you road the tile you're on, and I have no idea why it jumps me to another part of the map instead of finishing that action. Alright, so over here, this tile, I want you to workshop this. Oh, and I should have turned on research last turn. I forgot to do that. It's not a big deal, but I ended up with more gold than I needed. It is wasteful, though, not to have turned on research last turn. Just completely forgot to do that. Oh, well. Alright, hop on board. Now we'll head up to Batavia. We'll probably have to circle around the north of the city. Here's another frigate, so why don't you come join your frigate buddies? So I will have how many frigates available? I'll have 5 in the theater, because this one is not quite down there. 5 should be enough to drop the defenses in 2 turns, hopefully. 1 turn to bombard, and then a 2nd turn to bombard. Hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, you are going to come over here and help out there. You're still unhappy. Geez, get over that drafting. Still unhappy there. I actually have really good odds to get a great engineer out of here down the road, which could be useful for various different things. Alright, yes, we've got a pretty good stack going over here. I think we can be ready to go in a couple turns. I don't think we're too far off. Just like once these ships that are bringing draftees get over here, like I don't think I'll have to wait for this ship. That's too far away. Like I need to bring this frigate back and this ship, but once these, yeah. So how many turns more is that? Like 4 turns. I think we're ready to go as soon as that happens. All right. So the last city we drafted Sea Dragon Bay. Let's see what other cities are out there for us to draft. Gemjol. We drafted Gemjol. Poverty Point. Not quite there yet, buddy. Good effort, but not quite there. Or Poverty Point. Cinnamon Spice we already drafted. Some of these island cities I've already drafted. Manatee. Bavaria I did not draft yet, so you can hop on board that ship next turn, and then we've got a load of draftees over there. Okay. Yapapa we drafted earlier and got on board the ship. think I'd rather work this tile, even though it does lower food a bit. It's just too good of a tile not to work, I think. Ship Graveyard we just drafted, and Panama we already did. Midway doesn't have enough food yet, although it will grow very quickly. It can be part of the next draft cycle. Rice Strip, not quite there yet, doesn't have enough population. Muskox doesn't have enough population. We're working on a farm here to give it +5 food. The Black Forest is 2 weeks. Alright, so we've done so we can draft again in 5 turns. We've pretty much drafted every city. I mean, we could draft again right now, but we can draft again without penalty in 5 more turns. So, yeah, around 204, we start the next cycle, and we should have rifling finishing right around turn 204. So that should be good. We'll hopefully blitz through Wang Khan. Trying to think what's the better way to go. Like this direction or this direction. Probably this direction, because it puts us... Yeah, this direction, because it puts us closer to Saladin when we're done. And I might be able to send a detachment after Pusan. We'll see what happens. Maybe reinforcements can head in that direction. Saladin hates me because I named my capital Suez. I think he hates me because of religion, but you're right. He also wanted me to give him tribute, and I said no.
The whole is more than the sum of its parts.
All right. Rifling it is. Only 2 turns. Nice. Yeah, I wish I had turned on science 1 turn earlier, so I could have had more turns in the Golden Age to push science, but that's fine. Alrighty, I'll get 1 more galleon, and then I might get a few frigates after that. Look at these trade routes, by the way. 8, 6, 5, 5. That's some crazy trade route income. Alright, yeah, Sea Dragon Bay, you were able to get that done. I think I'm going to need to replace land units more than sea units, so I'm kind of happy with you just doing another cannon here. And you're going to grow in 1 turn, and I think I can't get that faster than 4 turns. Well, I might be able to grow onto another tile there. Alright, there's the Great Scientist. Good stuff there. So, what's next for you here? I think the Forum, because you're going to need happiness. So I'll probably look to whip that in a little bit. So you just chill in here. So we can now start a Golden Age whenever we want. Now I think that this fort will finish this turn, but I want to force it to finish. Yeah, there we go. So now I can move in here, and haha, your days are numbered, Ward Galley. Goodbye. Did not manage to get a hit on the ship either. The combat adds were listed as 100%. Alright, so you can get up there, and now Black Forest will actually be a city that can do something. Alright. So let's have you guys connect this. Oh, I forgot, that's going to be super nice. I actually forgot that the silver will give us another 2 happiness. Very nice. So 2 of them can come there, and then you 2 can head back down, and... Oh, I need to road that tile too, don't I? Oh well. You can road this tile as you head back. We'll road that at some point after the silver gets connected. Alright. Hop on board the ship. Hi, Grillo. So here we go. Don't forget, I'm going to need another set of galleons for the next set of draftees. Although I guess some units will die, so then they won't need their ships to be transported. But I will need another round of galleys, or galleons for the second round of draftees. So I'll try to have them in position down the road too. Alright, so you guys, I want to cottage this, but so I don't waste a worker turn. You guys move up and road. Otherwise your turn would just be wasted. I guess I could pre-chop that, but... Yeah. Alright, here's another frigate. Cannon. Ready for loading. I guess I should start loading some of these with the galleons that are ready. Okay, the Praetorians get the honor of going aboard first. Can't wait to upgrade them to rifles. City Raider 3 rifles. Alright, so this ship is ready to go. So let's queue you up with the frigates. Keeping our dudes together here. I guess you're fine there, because you can get in range to attack. Alright, other ships. Pop one board. Now you're ready to go too, one direction. Wait, there's only 2 units on board? Well, you can grab that cannon as you go by. That'll give you a 3rd unit. The cannon should probably get loaded first, because they're the units that I need the most over the muskets. So if there's limited slots, they should probably be the first ones to go. Fortunately, I do have that. I'm glad I realized that I needed galleons more than I needed frigates here. And we'll try to take the ones with the actual XP first. All right, loading up. A couple turns away from being ready to ship out. All right, workshop that. And I think I'm going to continue promoting these guys with the extra movement so they can get over there faster. I don't think there's any reason why not to. This galleon actually fought. This is like a veteran of actual fighting, so it has the Combat 1 promotion. Alright, so you'll be in position in a couple turns. You just keep chilling there. This mace is probably not that exciting as far as an attacker goes. Yeah, so don't have any cities to draft this turn, because Rice Strip is not size 6 yet. Let me look to see if there's any cities that could be whipped right now. The boat stack that Wang Khan has. Wang Khan does not have a boat stack. He has like a couple random units here and there, but he definitely doesn't have a stack of boats. And if I do spot anything, he definitely does not have chemistry. He does have astronomy. If we look at his text here, he does have astronomy. Where is he? But he does not have chemistry or anything even close to chemistry, because he's missing gunpowder. So in order to get frigates, which would be the unit that he needs to counter me, he would need gunpowder, and I guess he just needs gunpowder chemistry. But then he'd also have to build them too. There's also the question of, does he have iron to build them? He may not have iron, because he doesn't have any domestically. And is anyone trading him iron? I don't think they are, but let's just look real quick. Nope, he's at war. Wait, no, he's not at war there. Nope. So he can't build frigates, and if he can't build frigates, I'm not concerned. Frigates will easily swat aside any naval units he has. So he's researching nationalism. Saladin's researching gunpowder. We want to try to hit these people with drafted rifles before they can get their own units. Rifles aren't like the greatest units. Honestly, cannons are more important for what I'm trying to do. But if we can hit him before he has appropriate counter units, that's what kind of matters. Yeah, you just keep building cannons, because some of them are going to die. And for the moment, I'm going to continue building galleons. Yeah, because I can one-turn the galleon, then I'll probably do the frigate next turn, because I won't be able to one-turn either ship. Also, the Golden Age is going to end, which is always very sad to see. But it does, it does happen eventually. Get me a barrack so that your next unit drafted has the extra promotion. That courthouse is nice. Even with the courthouse, we're still at minus 11 maintenance in this city. Library is pretty cheap. Why don't you do that next? Alright, so you're ready to go. These 2 frigates are queued up and ready to go. Now this galleon's ready too. Alright, let's get that cannon on board for sure. And then we'll grab 2 muskets, the ones with the most XP. Alright, I think we might be ready to go. That galleon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that galleon can reach Seoul next turn. I think we might be ready to go on this upcoming turn, because we have 1, 2, we have 5 frigates, and we have how many units here? I've got a pretty good stack here. Although, you know what? If I wait one more turn, I can upgrade these Praetorians to City Raider 3 rifles. I think I might do that. Here's also a random Joao unit scouting around. So the customs house could be worth it. Just remember, I'm going to lose all my foreign trade routes as soon as I declare war. That's why I have not built them, because I've been expecting to go to war with all these AIs, and that thing does only work for foreign trade routes, not domestic trade routes. So it looks like the draftees have mostly gotten loaded up at this point. You're going to keep getting that extra movement point. Now that does mean that they lose to any ship that has combat 1 in combat, but ideally they won't engage in combat. That's the hope. Alright. So let's have you start heading towards Wang Kon, although it's going to take you a little while to get down there. Alright, you can come back down here and then you guys can get to work on that last silk tile. Yep, so the draftees have pretty much gotten there, and hey, now this city finally has a resource. Now it's finally not a garbage city. So it'll work these 2 tiles, and it'll work the silver tile. Actually, it probably won't. It's already got the lighthouse, it needs a granary. I can probably chop the granary out once these workers are done with this tile. But, yeah. Yeah, I think, well, let's see. How much... I actually do need to run the full 100% research to finish rifling. We'll see how much it costs to upgrade them, if I even have enough. I think I will. And then it'll give me one more turn to move units up, so that's probably not the worst thing. I do just want to do a quick check to see if any cities should be getting ready to whip. This city's going to be unhappy, but that's fine. It'll wear off. You definitely shouldn't whip. No, you're fine. You're just waiting for the next draft. Plane 3, though, should whip this bank for sure. Vicino's almost done its cannon, although it's going to lose some of its production when the Golden Age ends, but I'm sure I can finish it. Sandlak can finish that naturally. You are almost done that bank naturally, so I'll let that run to completion. Pearl Harbor was recently whipped, so that's looking good there. Monte Banana, I don't really want to do the 5-pop whip. Let's wait and do the 4-pop. You are building the cannon, although I probably... It won't be done in 2 turns because the Golden Age is about to end, but let's get the production we can for this turn. I'll go ahead and whip that just because we're about to run a high gold percentage. You are fine, you're fine. This city should whip the forum. There we go. Also, I don't know if you need to... I don't know if you need +9 food per turn, but I guess we'll let it go for now. You are about to just finish that naturally, so I think I'll just let that finish and then consider whipping something else. That's fine. Oh, that would be a dry whip, so we'll let that go. This is a perfect time to whip that forge. You are growing. You don't have enough population. I'm going to draft you anyway. You don't have enough population. Okay. I thought you could upgrade if you were in your territory. I could be wrong. No, there's Sid Sushi is not interesting. I don't care about trying to pump score. Score is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about trying to run up the in-game scoring generator. Okay, so we finished our immediate goal, which was to get to rifling. The question is, what is our next tech goal? Obviously, there's always assembly line. We're organized, so we get cheap factories. I don't know if the game's going to go that long, though. The other problem is if you do get infantry, it does cost 2 pop to draft them instead of 1. Now, that still might be worthwhile to do, but we have to keep that in mind. I think combustion is the better target for destroyers and for transports. So in order to get that, what we would need is we would need railroad, and we need steam power for railroad. We would also need scientific method because it reveals oil. So I think that's the next goal, is to get destroyers and transports in play. Transports move faster, they have more cargo space. Destroyers absolutely annihilate any wooden ships. I don't know that we need communism that badly. Like that's if we were trying to push more of a research route, but I'm not really interested in heading that route. I will say that airships would be nice to have. It could be useful to head there for the free great scientist and for the airships. Maybe airships would be more valuable. The vision is great, and it's also a much cheaper tech path to get there because we already have astronomy. Well, we don't have Great Library, we don't have Parthenon, we don't have Temple of Artemis. We would obsolete monasteries, but that's like whatever. We have a couple cities that can build missionaries. Um, yeah, why don't we do that? I don't think we need the top of the tree. I'm not going to try to build Statue of Liberty. It's too expensive. I don't need Emancipation right now. Calves are not that necessary on a water map, so I can kind of skip this. Like I don't really need them because all our movement is going to be done by ship. We don't need the extra movement points on land. So I think that's probably I do kind of like that idea. I'm not as interested in communism in this game. I don't think it's that necessary. I mean, a great spy, maybe, but I think it's like a second tier priority. State property, we'll have to think about. Anyway, scientific method's pretty cheap, so let's head there next. And that way we can also deny the free great scientist um, to the AIs at physics tech. All right, let's see. You pretty much have what you need at this point. I guess you'll just do the university next. Cinnamon spice. I guess get the bank or the observatory. I don't think I have a huge preference on which one it does next. Forum, you picked up. Why don't you do the observatory next? Forge done. Do we have a courthouse here? No, so do the courthouse next. All right, so let's check on whether we can upgrade these units in the ship. It appears that we can't upgrade them while they're on a ship. I actually didn't know that. I thought you could upgrade them on ships, but it appears that you cannot. You guys were right. So the golden age comes to an end. Yeah, the other thing with state property is we give up free market, and free market's really good for us here. I mean, it's not... Like, the extra trade route is really nice. State property is probably better because we lose those maintenance distance costs, which are significant. Like, here we're paying like 5 gold per turn in that. But I still don't feel like and the 10% production in all cities is great, and the workshops and watermills, and especially if we're not going to have corporations, which I don't think I'm going to have time to set up. No, I don't need privateers to go harass Saladin. I'll just, like, once I'm done with Wang Khan, I'll just go kill him with actual ships. I don't need to, like, privateers are rarely that worthwhile, because usually if you want to attack someone, just attack them. Don't, like, fiddle around with silly stuff. Anyway, though, so yeah, we'll run 0% science this turn and then probably research scientific method the following turn. Our break-even rate is fantastic. We're break-even at like 62%, which is really good. Like, we could research this in 4 turns at break-even, but I'll turn science off for a turn and then we'll go after it. Anyway, though, Wang Khan, you've been my buddy the whole game. You've been a great neighbor, but I'm not even going to give you the courtesy of talking to you. All right, so this frigate, I'm going to... Well, I want one... Oh, is that my only 2 promo frigate? I wanted to promote one of them to Sentry so I would have more vision. Oh, well. Looks like this one will be top stack defender then. All right. Let's get this done. So, like I said, it should take 2 turns of bombarding with all our ships to knock off the defenses, which is fine because we're going to have to load our units anyway. In goes the knife, yeah, more or less. So each one takes off. All right, we can group some of these frigates together. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. They needed to move onto this tile so they could bombard. That actually is a misclick. I'll just restart from the beginning of the turn. That actually is a notable misclick. If you can declare war without talking to them with alt-click. Anyway, we already know what we're going to pick. Here, we want a frigate. Here. This city I picked, I believe, the university. Barracks. I think I went the observatory here. Forum to... I think I did observatory here as well. I might be wrong on some of these, but ultimately it's not that important. Courthouse here. Alrighty. Now the city's unhappy. More unhappy. Oh, because it grew another pot point. Oh well. The unhappiness is going to wear off shortly. Alright, so back to Wang Khan. See how it says Alt to declare war? If you Alt click, it's an auto war declaration. Alright. Yeah, I want you on this tile so you can actually bombard. And the one who has extra promotions, I want that sentry so I can see the extra sight. Probably won't matter, but I do want one unit with sentry so I can see better. Alright. Now, this ship... 1, 2, 3... Alright, so you can get down to this tile and start unloading. My finances are going to nosedive from having so many units in enemy territory. Alright, so we got it down to 48%. Looks like I need... so it was at 80, so this will not quite get it down to 0%. Maybe I'll invest one cannons bombard. Alright, let's grab the ships. Move them up. And then unload all. Fortunately, you can speed this up a little bit instead of unloading every single unit one at a time. There we go. So that's a decent enough stack. I mean, there's very little in this city, so... have you guys chill there. These frigates don't have any leftover XP for promotions. Oh yeah, and I have another ship here, too. I guess I should have promoted one of the galleons to the sentry, because the galleons have the extra... galleons are not really intended to fight, but I like the extra movement on the galleons. Alright, yeah, well, you can chill in there for another turn to keep the city happy. Alright, so next turn... we should definitely be able to take this city next turn. And then the units can load back up on the ship and head down to the next city, Wonsan. But I could use more frigates so I can take down the defenses more quickly. Oh, Pearl Harbor's unhappy? We will not fight our brothers and sisters in the faith. Well, you know what? Why don't you chow down on some silver? Maybe that'll make you a little happier. Friends, brothers and sisters in the faith. What is this? I'm not running a charity here. Alright, now we need to lumber mill this tile. So this ship I might want to keep around to pick up the next group of draftees. Back to the silver mines with you. Yeah, seriously. Alright, so you can move up. Although I'm going to keep you... I think I'm going to keep you in this city, just because that way you're safe from being attacked, just in case there's a random Wang Khan galleon. Like, the odds of a successful attack are low, but they're not 0. Alright, so yeah, we seem to be okay on galleons for the moment over there. We will probably need some more frigates. The good news is Suez is about to finish with its dry dock. I might get a frigate out of Clam Nation too. Although I didn't build the dry dock there yet, so no, actually that city shouldn't build it. That city should keep cranking cannons for the time being. Let's see. So how many more turns until we start drafting again? Only a couple turns. Why don't you hang out and be ready to grab more draftees? You could go over to Ship Graveyard and just be prepared to grab Ship Graveyard's draftee, and then Midways and Cinnamons, and then be prepared to head back to the front, because you got a long way to go. Or actually, not that far. I could... But in any case, I like that more than heading over to that side. So, we'll move you in this direction for right now. All my Caravel should have been named Scout 2 after Master of Orion. Anyway, even while working this tile, the city still has +6 food surplus, although it probably can't can't workshop the rest of these. Oh, well, if I end up going communism, it can work the rest of these workshops. All right, let's connect our last silk resource here. Got one more to connect. And I think that's it for this turn. So next turn should be fun. See if we get attacked by any units here. A plantation was destroyed by enemy infiltrators. What? A spy hit a plantation? I have to figure out where that happened. So I would get missionaries, but remember, I'm not going to need missionaries because all of these cities are... I guess we'll do the dry dock now because we should be okay on cannons for the time being. Where in the world did that plantation get pillaged? Alright, I guess you just do the grocer next because you're just about out of stuff to build. Okay, well, we have another one. We have another spare one, and we'll just replace that one soon enough. I'll road this tile and then replace that plantation first. All right, first the frigates. Let's link up these stacks so that they're not on different tiles first. I want the other galleon right now. Okay. So now, do they lose their movement when they bombard? I can't remember. Hold on. No, they can still move afterwards. Okay. In that case, let's group the rest of them and bombard. So it doesn't quite get all the defenses down, but I think I will use a cannon that doesn't have as many promotions to... Yeah, there's only 4 defenders in that city. Alright. We'll just take off the defenses like so. Alright, so there we go. The city is not on a hill. City Raider it is. So look, we actually get 80% odds here, and this will also collateral everything in the stack behind it. So we won the battle. We have crippled that longbow. Cannons just destroy any pre-gunpowder units. And then it doesn't really matter what's attacking behind them, because like anything can clean up. Do I want to send one more in? What odds am I looking at? Okay, at 93% odds, I'll send another one in. 98%, yeah. Triple another longbow. I want to save some for the next city, which is why I don't want to send them all in if I can avoid it. But that should soften up the defenders just fine. All right, so now it's just who wants XP. Who wants to get the promotions here? Let's send in some of the one. No, the first one is an actual. The first one actually has some health left. 88%. So yep, we've got a Praetorian that's ready to become a Medic 3 as soon as we've got a Great General, which should be very soon. Alright, so for the rest of these, I'm going to use the ones with 1 XP to get them a promotion. Because it's 99.9% odds all the rest of the way. Alright, and let's use this free win to get another point of XP on our 2B Great General Medic unit, who is, we probably should put a name on. So yes, we do want to keep this city. So let's see, what did survive culture? Oh, hey, look, it's a shrine with 34 a shrine with 34 cities spread there, and it even comes with a bank and a forum. That's nice. This will be pretty good to see. We'll just queue up the granary for right now. Yeah, there is a chance we could get the Medic 3 Woody 3. It's unlikely, but because it's a melee unit, we do have a small chance of that happening. It requires so much XP that it's really unlikely, but it could happen. Can you upgrade the Praetorians? Yes, I can. In the city. So like it's not their turn, but on the next turn I'll be able to. So I'm going to move the 3 of them in there for upgrading purposes. Let's see, but the healthy cannon can hop back on board one of these ships. along with some of these muskets. So one of these muskets will have to go into the city and become a city garrison unit. But a lot of them can just hop on board. Let's put 2 muskets in there for safety's sake. And the rest of these units can hop on board and get ready to head to the next city. I mean, that stack should be fine, especially against medieval units. Alright, so which boat actually has units in it? Let's separate that stack. So first, let's see if we spot anything with this frigate that has the extra sight. Not really. Right. Well, let's move the loaded ships down here. They can hop off the boat next turn and start bombarding the next city. So this ship has 2 cargo slots full. Can move down, and the other ships should probably stay here for the time being. Although I think I'll move down another frigate just for protection's sake, just in case this stack would get attacked, which I don't anticipate, but you never know. So that was pretty easy. So now I've got another stack here. I was going to say I can unload on this tile and prevent this longbow from getting into the city, but it could just move like this and still get in, so it's fine. We'll unload next turn. I'll put you in the city again, just for safety's sake. I don't anticipate getting attacked, but you never know. Oh, we've got a cannon here. And we've got more cannons from Vicino. Well, and Sea Dragon Bay. Well, one of these galleons should be... Actually, I can move one of these galleons back right now. Start grabbing these units. There we go. I'll put you there so I see you next turn. Alright, and then you... What's the faster way to get down here? Oh, the fastest way is to sail right through the middle of the... sail right through in the middle. More weariness popping up. Won't fight our brothers and sisters in the faith. Well, that's fine. You're going to have silver to keep you happy soon enough. Alright, let's see. So the tiles I immediately wanted to improve here have been improved. I can chop in, or lumber mill some of these. It might be better to lumber mill them so that they're actually worthwhile to work. Alright, work back cottage. It's probably too late in the game to matter much, but... Never know. Let's get the road connection done through here. Alright, so lumber mill that. This city is still unhappy even with you standing here, but the unhappiness will wear off next turn. And then we'll have rifles to toss around. And we'll also start upgrading some of these. Actually, we should probably turn off science because we have units to upgrade next turn, and it'll be a little bit pricey. I don't really need to push for the next tech. I kind of have the techs I need right now. Wow, apparently Wang Khan really wants to send out the spies. Alright, dry dock's done here. Let's get another frigate out of this city for right now. And then I believe I'm going to need more galleons because I'm going to have another round of draftees popping out soon. Alright, you are a little bit unhappy. Why don't you... Do I have dies? No, I don't have dies, so theaters don't do anything on their own. I guess you're alright. You're not that unhappy. Like, you're not that mad. But maybe I do the Forbidden Palace. Well, if I'm going to go communism, Forbidden Palace is kind of pointless, isn't it? I was thinking of maybe building that, but... Maybe you just get me another cannon. Don't see too much else. Yeah, apparently Wang Khan or someone really doesn't want me having those tiles connected. Just have to keep reconnecting them then. so this city, I think the harbor, because it's very cheap, wouldn't be a bad thing to get. Alright, so they finished that. Now I just need to road this, and then it's +2 happy in every city with a forge. More great generals being born, so there really is still fighting going on over there. Alright, so let's bring the other frigates down here. Start working on pumping this city's defenses. Alright, there we go. Now we can unload. And these cities are... At least these cities will be easy. Once we take this city, we actually have a canal, which is fun. Alright, so again, unload. There we go. Look, more longbows running around. I mean, protective longbows aren't fun, but rifles should slice right through them with no trouble. All these longbows running around, trying to desperately reinforce those cities in the far south. Alright, meanwhile, up here, let's get our city raider units healed first. How close are we to that great medic? Another battle away, it looks like. Well, 215. You're going to get the free upgrade when you're a great general, so we'll hold off on you. But those city raider praetorians, there we go. The musket to rifle is 110. That's not too bad. Yeah. Good luck trying to capture that city now. We're running like a triage unit back here. Alright, so most of these units... Let's see, the uninjured cannons... This guy's fine. This guy doesn't need to go heal. You can just hop back on board. This guy's probably fine too, although I want to upgrade this guy, so... this cannon should probably heal. I want to upgrade this guy. You definitely need to heal. But you can hop on board. You can hop on board. And you need to upgrade and heal. Alright, so this ship is ready to unload more cannons. Probably need to unload next turn, finish the defenses, and then once those cannons are unloaded, we can attack. These galleons should probably stay here because they're going to be needed to ferry these units. So I'll keep them hanging out there for now. Technically, I should probably guard them with a frigate, but I don't think there's any Wang Khan unit that can even attack them from that tile. Oh, I wish I had one more move. One more move would let me unload these units next turn, but they can't get there, so I'll put them up here then. Actually, could I upgrade them if I'm in the city, just out of curiosity? I don't think that works, but I could try. No, it doesn't work. Oh wait, yes it does. Haha! Just sail them right into the city and upgrade them right there. Nice. There we go. Upgrading to those rifles. 11 muskets to go. It's true, I could now... Well, see, previously I couldn't move the fort here because it was outside my borders, but it's true, now I could move that down. That said, this is a 2-1 plains tile, so it doesn't exactly have great yield, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see, so the frigate should shuffle down a little bit so that... Well, they can do that next turn. Like, next turn they can bombard and then shuffle down towards Nampo, so I think it's okay to just chill here for right now. Too bad those cannons can't unload this turn. Alright, so this frigate's still on its way. I'll just queue up its movement for a couple turns. As fast as it can get there. Alright, so do I want to draft this city again? I think so. Its draft unhappiness is worn out. Or maybe not, because it's already very unhappy. And I'm not, like, don't need units that badly right now. So maybe not. Although on the other hand, I could load up a unit right now if I did that. So yeah, you can move. Forts can be used as canals if they're on flat ground. And the rule is a city or a fort has to touch water at one end. So you can canal through 2 tiles wide. Like I could canal this tile here and this tile. Let me get off a ship unit. Like I could canal here and here because each one touches water, but you can't go through 3 tiles because 3 tiles would be one of the tiles is not touching water, if that makes sense. So we could not canal here, here, here because this middle tile here does not touch water. So those are the rules. Anyway, let me go back to another unit. So yeah, this unit here needs to hop on board ship. Now, I'm just wondering if I want to draft Suez. Because this was one of the first 3 cities I drafted. It will not be happy if I do that, and the war weariness is only going to get worse as the war goes on. I think yes for this draft, but then not another draft after that. This will, of course, cut into my economy by having people mad, but it is what it is. They can live with it. The economy's fine. Like, this city is not happy with me right now. Alright, you hang out here until Midway's ready to draft. Meanwhile, this frigate, you can head off, that's right, I can sail this way too, towards the front lines. You might as well just stay there. You're pretty much on permanent keep that city happy duty right now. I forgot that Messina was, had units over here too, so those can unload. There we go. Wait, what? Oh, and then this can hop on board here. So we've got 2, and then you can hop on board one of these galleons. Probably next turn. I think that was actually a mistake. I could have loaded from this tile onto this tile and then started heading down there, but that's okay. Alright, this can be cottaged. And we're going to replace this so we have 2 silks connected, just in case one gets pillaged again. This city can be drafted if it ever comes under serious attack. Alright, so drafting. Drafted Suez. Clan Nation is not a city we're drafting, but Vercingetorix! For the fatherland, Vercingetorix! Now we've got an extra rifle for Vercingetorix to pick up too. So yeah, I'm going to need a ship to come down here to grab this. Why don't we have one of these wind direction, be prepared to pick up this, and then also the rifle that's in Vercingetorix, which I'm going to stick here just so I see it next turn. Vercingetorix. Alright, and I think Plainsview is the other city, which has more than enough happiness to go around. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just working water tiles. Alright, so you start head in this direction too. I guess I could have just hopped on that ship, which is faster. Draft it to size. Well, you can't draft once you're below size 6. Vercingetorix is fine. It is what it is. It's never been a big city, but it's contributed for sure to the empire. The Portuguese, no. He just keeps asking me to do stuff, and I keep saying no. Oh, hey! Wang's actually got a stack there. Ooh. Clan Nation got... Wait, there's a city captured? Whoa. Didn't think that would happen. I know, I saw this morning. I guess the war really is serious up there with J-Man. Well, we're gonna have to go help him out, I think, down the road. Let's trade for his world map just so we can see what's going on. Oh, he won't trade it. He doesn't like me enough. Okay, never mind then. That's surprising. Well, anyway, this city has a gazillion rifles in it, so I'm not exactly afraid. In fact, we might be able to just start killing them right here. Yeah, I will take the 96% odds. Are you sure you thought this through, Wang Khan? Rather than let him hit me with his Hwacha for collateral damage. Like, I'm willing to take 20 to 1 odds here. Also, it gets these drafted maces, or drafted muskets, which are now rifles to 2 XP, so they get the promotion. You should heal, though, because you are not at full health, and you need to heal, too. City Raider 3. At 99% against that longbow. Also, they bounce back into the city. Like, they don't end up on this tile, which is nice. Because, like, I don't want them to end up on this tile. Oh, boy. Watches and spears. Okay. 99.9. At least you get to see the rocket carts in action. Well, I'm going to say that this was a tactical mistake from our buddy Wang Khan. Where's our Medic 2 guy? Oh, here he is. Keep getting that experience. Now, have we gotten a great general? All right, so we got a great general pop up somewhere. Let's see where it appeared. Okay, it's in a slightly inconvenient spot. We got to get this unit down there. It's okay. So we can hop him on board that guy and form a great general medic 3. At least I've got a galleon here. Maybe that can help with that. Load him up next turn. Because I think this is the... yeah, I think that might be the way to go. I can have maybe another ship grab this cannon. Well, we'll do that at the end of the turn. Let's wrap it up here first. So these City Raider 3 guys, I don't really want to attack the spear. The spear is kind of like whatever. I'm not sure I want to put a unit on that tile. Let's promote you and then upgrade you. Similarly, we'll promote you and upgrade you. I guess I should make one city garrison just for defense, but... Alright, so those cannons are healing. You, once again, whacked another enemy. But the City Raider 3 rifles are ready to load onto a ship. And go off. And then, you know what, why don't we... So you move down here. We'll have this cannon hop on board too. Alright. Bombard the defenses. Is this on a hill? So we could take the city if we wanted this turn, but let's avoid a bloodbath. We'll take out the rest of the defenses. We'll load the City Raider 3. Actually, I guess I can't. I loaded them this turn, so I guess I can't unload them this turn. I don't want to wait too long because every turn that I wait, Wang Khan is going to get more units out. But I think waiting one turn so that these 2 cannons can go in first, and then the rest of the units clean up. I think that does make sense. Okay, especially because I apparently have cannons ready to hop out for next turn. So I think that, yeah, I think that makes more sense. I'm going to move up some of these frigates. Actually, I think I'll move up all of them, because I don't think Wang Khan has any ships that can hit me. He has a caravel. Well, let's keep one... We'll keep one back just for that case. Oh, I really want to kill this caravel, but I already bombarded, so I can't attack. Can't attack with that. I can attack with a galleon, but now I am going to need some galleons up there to ferry those units. So let's move some galleons up here, because I will need ships to move them. No, those 2 should be okay for this turn, because I'm going to need to ferry these guys as well. How many galleons do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe one more up there, and then the rest down here. Okay. I could try to have one galleon kill his caravel, but the odds are so much better with the frigate that I'd prefer to use the frigate if I can. Alright, so that's fine for right there. Alright, this ship's already full. It'd be very sad if the caravel attacked this ship and sent it to the bottom of the ocean, so... what is the movement range on this caravel? 3? Let's just move so we're not within 3. 1, 2, yeah, so here's fine. That caravel can't reach that tile. There's a caravel in here, but that also can't reach that tile, so that should be fine. Waiting for midway to hit size 6, and then go to the ship graveyard. Alright, so you can hop on board here. Yeah, you guys just grab all of these and just fortify for this turn. Worker labor not as important at this point. Also, there's a galleon on this tile. Probably better to be here. Wait, are these... Oh, I loaded these. These rifles are still on board the ship, is that right? Oh, then that's not right. I need them to heal in the city because they all took damage. Oh, I think this works. Did they all unload? They were out of movement points, so I don't know if that worked. Apparently it did. Okay. They all were out of movement points, so I don't know how they were able to unload, but whatever. Okay, so now we've got the... Oh, you know what I didn't even realize? This city has no trade connection to the rest of the world. I've got to build a road to connect it to my trade network. Didn't even realize that. Okay. Alright, so we have more cities that can be drafted now, because the draft penalty wore out. So we had finished up with Plainsview before, but there are new cities, like Muskox, which wasn't size 6 previously and now is size 6. So it might as well start, this rifle might as well start walking in this direction. There'll be a road connection there soon enough. Let's see, what else was after Plainsview? Poverty Point is almost there, Midway is almost there. Casino. So this ship is heading back to grab the Great General. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it can grab... Alright, so why don't you just hop on board that ship? The Great General will hop on board, and then you guys turn around and head back in the direction you need from there. Also, please stop working that useless tile. Sandlat, sure. Like this unstoppable rifle brigade is on its way. So that's all my drafts for this turn. But our military power is snowballing out of control very quickly, as you might imagine. And now number 1, if we look at the graphs. Look, yeah. Can you see when I started drafting? Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, we have enough to see Wang Khan's research, and since he's going to be dead soon, I'm going to turn off espionage spending with him, because I can see his research. I actually have city visibility with him in many of his cities, because we share the same religion. Yeah, I didn't even realize I had city visibility on most of his stuff. Well, we'll take Wonsan next turn and just keep heading around the loop. Some of these cities are more poorly defended, so we might not need to do as much with in terms of units. So yeah, our goal for today is to make our way through Korea. Alright, so we've got another galleon. Once you kind of hit a critical mass of frigates, you don't really need as many frigates afterwards, because they don't really fight a whole lot, and the goal is just to be able to drop defenses in like one turn. Alright, I think I'm going to need another galleon to pick up some of the units I'm drafting. Alright, so we finished a bank there, and now there's not a ton for you to build. You're not going to finish this before we obsolete it. I guess you do the dry docks next, in case we ever want you to use you for shipbuilding. That forum is very, very much appreciated. Bank, I think, is... Actually, the harbor is much cheaper. Or maybe you whip the bank and then go to harbor after that. So, Midway is going to be draftable next turn. Alright, let's see what we got here. So there was an indicator of enemy units. Somehow these barbarians are back again. What is up with this? Where are these barbs coming from? Do I have any ships near that area? No, I have no ships in that area. What the heck? Wait, I can still build Praetorians? No, I can't still build Praetorians. They've been obsoleted. Oh wait, yes I can. Wait, what? Why can't I still build them? That's really weird. Why can I still build Praetorians? Huh. Well, I do have this frigate, so let's cancel that go-to order. Alright, you're gonna have to turn around to deal with this barbarian. I just don't know where these barbs are coming from. Is there a barb city on one of these islands or something? Anyway. That's really crazy. Alright. Come on board, Lysander. We need to get you up to our city raider, our medic guy. Our medic 3 guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can unload next turn over there. Alright, first things first. Let's bombard this. Where did that... Oh, that caravel is still just sitting there. We'll take care of the defenses first. So yeah, I mean, it is annoying to attack in a protective leader because the longbows get all those extra promotions. And it does matter. Unfortunately, the next leader I'm going to have to attack is Saladin, who's also protective. So that's also annoying. But it is what it is. Also, let's get rid of those unit indicators. Okay, so split the stacks. This only has 59%. 73%. Okay, so that's why I need to keep building cannons, because some of them are definitely going to die in these battles. Clan Nation probably should have just stayed on cannons and not built Tridocks. Well, 73% is still pretty good odds. But we actually did lose. Let's see how the combat went. Again, I'm not going to win every battle everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I took 6 hits. I needed to get 1 more to get the retreat. But with the collateral, we should be in reasonably good shape. And now this guy gets 80, although he already has a promotion. So let's use a guy who doesn't have a promotion. Better odds, and we'll get the City Raider 2 if we win the battle. Praetorians are technically better than maces. I guess because they have the slight city attack. I think that's right. Do the Praetorians... Actually, I don't know if Praetorians do get the city... No, Praetorians do not get the city attack. That's only on normal swords. See, swords get 10% city attack, but Praetorians do not. So, no difference, them and maces. Of course, the maces won't get destroyed by axes or defending maces, so the maces are definitely better. Alright, what kind of odds are the muskets getting now? Let's just see. 80%. Let's send in 1 more cannon, and then we should get odds after that. I mean, the muskets are basically draft fodder. It doesn't really matter that much if they die. I'm sorry, but like you guys are literally just here to last hit the defending units. That's it. The cannons are doing the cannons and frigates are doing all the real work. I could have pretty much any unit here. The muskets don't really matter that much. I guess I still have maces too. Well, the one nice thing about maces is they can take City Raider, so let's use them. And then we'll upgrade them into rifles afterwards, because the rifles can't take City Raider. But the maces can. And winning this battle should get them... wow, okay. That lasted a long time. I was hoping they'd get 2 XP, but the odds were too good. They only got 1 XP for winning. I was hoping they could get the second point and get up to 5 for City Raider 2. Oh well, doesn't really matter though. So instead, we'll just have you guys clean up. At 99%, okay. So these turns take a little while to play because there's a lot of micro going on, but if you look at the turn counter, like the war actually goes very quickly. We got a lot of useful stuff. We actually got an academy in there, plus some other useful buildings. Nice. With all this stuff, the borders should pop immediately on the first turn. There's still that random spear just hanging out for no clear reason. Alright, so... we've taken that city. Let's move the frigates up first. I do want to kill this caravel. That means 1 frigate won't get to bombard, because you can either bombard or attack. You can't do both in a turn. But that caravel goes down to the bottom of the ocean. And I see I can blockade, but I can't bombard. Fortunately, this city only has 40% city defenses, so it shouldn't take too many. It only takes 5 shots to drop, so that'll drop next turn. And I wish I had not done these one at a time, but it's too late now. The spear's trying to bait me, yeah. I don't know what the spear's trying to do. So we've definitely seized control of the whole east coast of Wang Khan's territory now. So here's where if I had cavalry on this tile, I could just go 1, 2, 3 onto this, and then be ready to attack next turn. The whole reason why I have not emphasized cavalry in this game is, guess what? I don't have horses. I've never had horses. I've never had copper. No horses, no copper the entire game. So yeah, this is just a game where cavs don't do much of anything. We will finally have copper when Soul's borders expand. But yeah, not much reason to push for military tradition if I don't have any of those techs. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. So this ship that's preloaded, right? You can just head straight for the next city. And in fact, we can unload and be in position to attack next turn. We'll cover with a frigate just in case, just to ward off disaster. We even got City Raider. Oh, those are the upgraded Praetorians with the City Raider promotions. Nice. Okay. All right, what's going on up here? So we've got some units that still need to finish healing. Heal you. You promote so you don't take quite as long to heal. You will need... why don't we make you the permanent defender here? By giving you a city garrison promotion. Alright, you're good to go though. Heal. I'll heal you for at least 1 more turn. You're just chilling. You're healing everybody else in addition to yourself. You know what? We can probably take these units and head around to this city next. Like, once these units are healed, they can just head over to Busan, I think. Like, with these rifles, and what? If we can get just, like, another cannon or 2 to drop the defenses. And this frigate can come around north and help bombard too. Because, like, we won't need as many shots to take down the defenses at that city. I wish that this other frigate hadn't had to be recalled to kill the barbed galley, otherwise I'd have another frigate over here to shoot at the city too. Anyway though, so you can heal in 1 turn. Alright, you're ready to go though. And you need to heal. Okay. Now down here, let's see. This guy's injured but can load up. Here's another frigate. You come up north to help with this effort and stop me from getting confused. Rename Soul to MacArthur. Okay. Because of the landing. Yeah. Oftentimes we wait until they come out of resistance to rename them, but while we're thinking about it. Alright, so how about you come down here? I'm going to promote you to the extra movement point while I'm thinking about it. Let's load you and then upgrade you while you're in the ship. Or apparently I can't do that. Okay. Why is it not letting me upgrade? Because I know I can upgrade in a captured city. Alright, well, we'll just upgrade you guys now then, and fiddle with loading shenanigans afterwards. Alright, so I've got 2 units on this ship. Fortunately, some of these muskets still aren't upgraded yet. Alright, well, let's bring these guys down here to help out in attacking. And you guys, I think, can unload and be in a position to attack too. Nice. Yeah, we should be able to take this city next turn with that many cannons ready to help out. It's not a ton of units here, but like the cannons can... If we have enough attackers, we might not. Although if there's crippled units, they can always attack off the ship too. Okay, I have another musket that can attack off the ship there. I have 1 galleon here, and I'm going to need... I actually need quite a bit more galleon capacity here. I have a lot of units and not enough ships to load them up. These galleons can cycle back up to the north, though, and help out. Boy, I need so many ships, don't I? Always need more ships. I thought you needed movement to upgrade. So you... do I have a frigate up here to cover? I have a frigate with 1 movement point. In that case, I'm just going to get ready to start moving some of these up. That's right, I have 3 galleons here, so I'm going to need to carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I need 2 galleons there, so let's move a second one down here for some of these units. And then these 2 probably should scuttle north a tile, just to be in better position for next turn. I'd move them further than that, but I want to make sure they're covered by the frigate. You head over in this direction here. Alright, and we have finally connected this this silver tile to the rest of the trade network. So finally our cities are back to being happy. Even Suez, just barely. Alright, so we reconnected that tile there. Now to connect the other silks. Alright, and then it's time to draft. Alright, so we got Plainsu, let's see. So I've got a unit out of Muskox. Midway is going to get drafted next turn. So we had recently looked at Plainsview and Vicente and the Sandlot. So Two Fish, Two Furious is too good of a city to draft. But we certainly want to hit this city. Keep that rifle train moving. As we get more and more units, we can start hitting more cities at once. Pearl Harbor, for sure. So many units for Pearl Harbor. And Monte Banana, which apparently we hit a different city. I'm looking for which one has the 10. Apparently we hit Cinnamon Spice on this turn previously. That works though. We can grab this unit and then grab Midway. There we go, and then that Midway can be drafted and a unit hop on board. If we could get some more frigates, we could even open another front over here against Saladin, although I'm hesitant to do that immediately. Like, if we zoom out to the world map, right? So, like, right now, our campaign's on the east edge of Korea. Then we'll wrap up on the northwestern coast, and then what's right there? Boom, it's Saladin, and then we'll just start rolling into him. And these cities over here could then start launching units against this island here. Baghdad, Aden, Anjar. There's also, of course, Yamama back here as well. So how many more upgrades do we need to do? I'm continuing to keep science off. We only have 4 more muskets to upgrade. Let's run another turn of 0% science, and then we should be just about have everything upgraded, and then we can go back to research again. Alright. There's that one spear still just standing by MacArthur. Alright, this city finished the dry docks. I actually think the city... I think that may have been a mistake. I think just cranking cannons is probably better out of this city. Enemy has been spotted near Gem Joel. Yeah. That's that stupid barbarian. Get out of here, barbarian. No one likes you. You pulled a frigate away from the front lines for this. Seriously? Willem adopts. Alright, he did a big civic swap. Alrighty, so the frigate's down here. So that drops it to 0. He's actually got 4 longbows in this city. Well, no, we need the city, the units on the ground. Alright. Why don't you go in and soften them up? Actually only gets 80% odds. I think it's because this city is on a hill. But we crippled that unit and we got some nice splash damage onto the others. Alright, so City Raider 3 rifle, 14 versus 4, plus 75% from City. So that the City Raider 3 completely counters the defensive promotions and defensive abilities that the longbow gets. This is on a... No, this actually is not on a hill. I'm surprised that the defenders had such good odds. Oh well. They don't against this guy. So, the City Raider guys took out the units with higher strength. And now we just need a unit to clean up. And fortunately, we've got a musket here. Even with the amphibious attack penalty, this is still an easy cleanup. Alrighty. So, another city falls. Well, this one came with it. I was like, where's the granary? I was going to put it on a granary, but it already had one. I guess that works there. Alright. So that's out of the way now. I guess that spear finally retreated. Meanwhile, there's a caravel up here that we have to sink, so use our frigate to do that. Although actually it doesn't have enough movement. Oh, that's sad. Not quite enough. Alright, meanwhile back here, upgrade you. There's another musket in here, upgrade you. This will mean you can't get City Raider 2, but that's okay. I'd rather just get the upgrading out of the way now. You are going to need to heal. This cannon is... Actually, both these cannons are very beat up. Need to get that medic unit on board here. Does the silly ice city even have a food bonus? No, but it has... actually, neither of these cities does. But this city has marble, which we would finally then have connected to our trade network. That should be most of the upgrading at this point. Yeah, we have 1 musket left and 1 mace, so we've pretty much upgraded all our units, and that mace is going to be the Great General Medic. So we should be pretty much good to go now. So this frigate's going to be needed up to the north. Meanwhile, one direction the galleon. Lysander can hop off the boat, although he can't attach this unit because he had to use up all his movement to get there. Alright, let's see. So we've got some units that are ready to get healed. Alright, you're healed. No, you're on the boat. Why? Be a little confusing sometimes. Alright, this cannon's at 11.5 out of 12. I think you can load up without any trouble. So they can unload over at that city next turn. This ship's full. Nope, there's another cargo slot on this ship, so... Alright, off you go to the next city. Obviously don't try to like walk tile by tile, they just hop in the ships to get from city to city. Much faster that way. Alright, so we've got a city garrison rifle in here. We should probably leave one of there's another rifle that's not at full health. I'm pretty confident that this city's safe. The spear is walking back now. That spear was like, what happened? Everyone else died, and I was the only one left alive. Is this galleon full? It's 2 out of 3 full. It says it has 2 out of 3. Oh, never mind. I guess it's all full. I'm looking at the other... I'm looking at this galleon here. Okay. Alright, so that's full of rifles. This one might end up going to the south, because I think I need more units to the south than I do to the north. We'll see. Kind of dividing up into 2 different directions here. Alright, you keep healing. It doesn't look like there's a ship for you to hop on, because that ship's full. Yeah, I'm kind of out of space here at the moment. Alrighty. So you're full health. Let's see, would it be faster just to walk towards the city? No, it's still faster to load and then unload on a future turn. This ship even has a cannon ready to unload. Alright, well let me move the frigates up first. Over to here. And we'll get started knocking the defenses down there. Similar story here. These guys have already bombarded, but there's attack left over on this frigate. You can load units in a ship in the city and still have them heal. That sounds right, but then they do have to stay. But they would have to stay in the city. That's true. But that would mean that they're on the ship for the next turn, and then they could be unloaded the turn after that. I think that that does make That does make sense. Probably need a second medic unit, honestly. So I've got 3 galleons here for these units. This ship could actually unload the cannon, but I would like to have another unit to cover it, and there's not much point in unloading it right now. Still, we'll move these into the city. I'm not worried about Wang Khan attacking and recapturing the city. Even though there's only 1 musket defending it. Still, we can load this. So that it's ready to be unloaded afterwards. Alright, so here we've got extra units left over, ready to hop on board ships, although we only have 2 galleons here. Well, they can load up, such as there are here. The cannons need to go to that triage center, because they are injured, and they need healing. So I think I'll send this ship north, so I can drop off those, actually, yeah, so I'll keep them up here. Meanwhile, these guys can come down here and help out. Gonna need another galleon up there next turn. Never enough ships, are there? There's just never enough ships. The frigates are doing a good job of taking down the defenses, but I don't have enough galleons to transport everything. Like I've got more because I have more drafted units coming over all the time. Like there's literally more drafted units constantly. Oh well. This probably should have been another galleon and not a frigate, but oh well. Hindsight is 2020. So one of the downsides to the water maps is there are a lot of logistics. So like you do spend a lot of time loading and unloading ships, which isn't always ideal. By the way, this ship over here is not that far away from Wang Khan either. All right, so continue building that. This city is, yeah, not a very good city. But we can finish the granary by chopping a tile, so I think we'll do that. Yeah, you just continue moving in that direction. I guess we should try to build a road up in that direction. I am not going to put a city on this island. It's kind of a waste. Alright, well it's nice to finally get a lumber mill on that tile. I have 2 tiles up here I would like the lumber mill as well. Alright, so we have drafts to burn on this turn too. So we drafted Sarate last turn and Pearl's Harbor. Monte Banana though is ripe for contributing to the cause. That's why it's nice having all these cities. Sea Dragon Bay is going to finish that cannon. Poverty Port can actually contribute a unit, although I don't know if I have anything to ferry this unit onwards. Well, there's a galleon coming out next turn. Poverty Port, you're contributing! Yay! Poverty Port. Considered taking the ocean from Plainsview. The only tile that Plainsview could... Oh, wait, you're right, there actually is a tile here. I didn't even realize the city was working that tile. Definitely better to give it over to the Moai city. No question about that. That city, I didn't even realize that Plainsview had that tile. Alright, so on we go. We've only been at war for, I think, 4 turns or so, but we've been carving right through. Alright, so we need more galleons, which is what I should have been working on here. Did I build a dry dock here? No. Well, why don't you build one now and then get me more ships? Because that's kind of what I need. Because I'm running out of carrying capacity for all my ships. We love the Monarch Day, even though we're at war. Alright, first things first. I would prefer to unload the units. You know, we can actually capture these workers. I can unload on these tiles, and then I just have 1 step to get to Pyongyang. First, though, the frigate needs to sink this caravel. Again, it means I can't bombard, but I want Wang's ships out of the way. Oh wait, this galleon was empty. Ah, nuts. I was moving an empty galleon up there when I need... Oh well, I can load from this... I can actually move along the roads and load that tile. So it's not as bad as it might sound. Alright, first up though, you are going to get us a Medic 3. Giving you a crazing for Bibimbap. Alright, so... And now we need to start taking Woodsman. I don't think we're going to get up to Woodsman 3, but it'll be fun. Like, we don't need... Usually you take morale for the extra movement point, but here on a water map, we don't need it. So we'll take this. So then we need 4 more XP for Woodsman 2. And then more than that for Woodsman 3. The problem, though, is this guy is probably always going to be, like, behind the front lines. And I actually kind of like, well, no, I do want to upgrade them to a rifle. You can sometimes not want to upgrade them because then they won't have to ever like defend in a battle if they're an old unit. It means they're less likely to get targeted, but I do like the idea of trying to grab some extra XP on that Lysander unit. All right, now are you on board a ship or not? Okay, so there are 3 units on board this ship. But there are rifles here that are not on board anything. So I do want to leave 2 units there on garrison duty. I don't think Wang Khan's going to be attacking, but you never know. And this group of units, do I want to send them south or north? Probably north at this point. Can't unload this turn, but... Alright. Hey, I mean, got 3 workers. Thanks for giving us some workers. We'll just have them chill here until it's time to improve this island. And you can head back to pick up another load. Alright. Unload that. But the rest of these ships I think I'll keep in the area. Alright, so... Let's see, we want to take down these defenses. I'll take 3 shots to do that. There you go. City defense is down. Now let's move up and see if we spot anything to the north. Nope. I'll keep one of these frigates down here to protect. Although I do kind of need to get more cannon shots on Pyongyang. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we're okay. So I know that there's a lot of suggestions on what to name cities, but when they come out of like I said, I usually wait until they come out of resistance for that, and it's probably going to be about a half hour in real time until they come out of resistance. So, like this, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I just probably won't be able to get around to those names for a little bit. All right, so now. So is there anyone on board these galleons? This one has 2 units on board. So let's take the ship that's full, move it here. So this unit just loaded, so it can't unload, but the cannons can unload. Alright, so we should be able to hit that city next turn. 2 cannons. We'll have 3 rifles on the ground, and then we should have some others that can attack off boats. You I will upgrade, and probably leave you there as the city's garrison afterwards. Let's see. I'm going to load you up just so that you can attack next turn if need be from the boat. These cannons are a little more injured. I'd love to get them up to the city garrison 3 or city healer 3. Blah, can't talk. That unit's not actually healing anything this turn, but it was upgrading, so it wasn't able to move. Oh, and I actually wanted to keep another rifle in that city. Oh well, should be okay. Just keep moving you up to join the group. Yeah, so you just chill there. What is in this city right now? So I loaded these guys up. I guess I might as well load the cannons too. Like, there's no point in keeping them there. They can heal as they travel, I guess. So we just left that 1 rifle behind who can protect that city. Alright, and then we should be able to grab that next turn. Okay, so we've got some extra units here. And I don't know if I have a galleon in position to pick them up right now. It might make sense just to move to this tile and then be prepared, then like be ready to get a pickup next turn. So I'll go ahead and do that. I do want to keep one behind. Not the city raider one. But I do want to keep one behind to defend. You can heal for a turn. Actually, you need to... Actually, well, 2 of you healing. We'll move this one up as well. And another unit here ready for a pickup. Okay. Alright, so you... No, I don't want that archer. Alright, so you hop on board from Poverty Point, and then... I'm wondering if I even want to send this ship back towards that front line. I'm wondering if it might not be better to start converging on Yamama up here. Start building some galleons to head in that direction. I think that might be pretty good, actually. Although I would need some frigates up there, too. But I think I might do that, because I think I've got enough units up here for that. Alright, you, meanwhile, are going to improve that tile. Just, like, keep cranking out galleons and frigates to look to hit this. I mean, I'd like to take down the defenses, but I could always just attack with rifles against longbows. Like, there is always that possibility. Alright, and you have one more tile to improve here. Can we buy that Portuguese boat? I don't know where the I know that there's a Portuguese boat hanging around somewhere. Alright, and then so you can hop on board here. Now I've got 3 of these units, and you can come join in the party somewhere. I'm sure you'll find a spot somewhere around here. These workers are largely out of important things to do. At this stage of the game, the worker micro is not that important, to be honest. Here's our other new frigate. Well, this one's going to need the extra movement points, so I will send you... Actually, I think you... This is a frigate as well. Maybe you two... I know I've just had this one oscillate back and forth, but it might be useful to have these guys start converging on Yamama. Because, like, I think I have enough frigates up by the front lines there. So... I think I might do that, even though this unit has literally just gone back and forth in the opposite direction. Alright, you just keep pushing forward with more rifles. Always more rifles. And now it's time to draft yet again. So last turn, I think we hit Pearl's Harbor. And Monte Banana, so we're mostly just cycling through. Sea Dragon Bay. Sure, why not? I have so many units. Needing to shuffle back and forth, and that's all my drafts for this turn. Even if a unit is out of moves, you can load it onto a ship in the city and move the ship out. So you could get that medic at the other units if you want. Yes, I would need a boat to do that on, unfortunately. Which I seem to be short of right now. That is a good suggestion for the future, though. So units can load if they're out of moves, and then that can be useful for the next turn. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yes, Nutsmanbot's right. The biggest threat to the Roman Navy has been the barbed galleys. They actually did sink some ships. Wang Khan has not sunk a single ship yet.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego their use.
So we can go for communism or we can go for physics here. Let's go for physics, because if we get this great scientist, we can trigger the 2-man golden age. And then that'll give us the free civic swap into state property. Yeah, you just keep providing me with galleons for right now. We'll come back to this unit. Oh, hey, oil, yes. So we have, alright, land-based oil. That's more important to start connecting. Although, I don't think we have the ability to construct a well yet. But we do have oil. Have a couple sources. Quite a few, actually. This one we probably will not ever connect. We'll just take the +1. And a forest grew right there. That's funny. It's actually outside of the range of what any city can work. Okay. I actually had forgotten about that. So yeah, we need combustion to build wells, and that will come further on down the road. Oops, what the? I didn't mean to move you. Okay. Sometimes the game does that. I didn't mean to move the longbow up here. But anyway, yes, let's get those lumber mills built, and we'll be ready to add the wells down the road. Again, I will come back to you. I want to see where I draft first. Up here are frigates. So we have a frigate. We can move up and shoot. Take a turn or two. This is one of the better defended cities left. No. Again, I was right on the... Oh, I guess that used up the frigate's turn. So yeah, most of my frigates are on the other side of the island right now, but I have cannons here, so I'm not too worried about the city's defenses. Looks like a cannon shot is equal to a... Actually, no, a cannon shot's slightly better than a frigate shot, so we should have those defenses down next turn. The workers will just chill for the time being. I'm not going to waste precious galley slots with... or galleon slots moving them. I'll need some workers here for this island after the defenses are... after the cities come out of resistance anyway. Alright, so... does this have any on board? No. You have no units on board. So you can grab these two. And our lovely Great General Lysander. And then head back towards the front lines to be prepared to heal these units after they fight. Alright, you have a full complement of units, so... these guys are all healed, right? Yeah. I think we might be able to attack this city next turn. I think I'll keep the galleons in the area. Oh, two of these cannons are hurt, so let's not unload the 1 health cannons. If they're just on the same tile with the Great General 3 medic, then they'll heal for a lot. Oh, I actually can get back onto that tile, can't I? Nice. Alright, so that means that these cannons will heal at a decent rate. Because they didn't move this turn. And you could pick up one more unit. Left one unit in MacArthur. But I don't think I want to send you back right now. Unless, did Sea Dragon Bay draft a unit? Yes, it did. Okay. And Vicino drafted a unit. Okay, so in that case, I'll keep sending you forward. This ship. And that way your rifles can hop and join the battle too. I mean, that should be more than enough. We might lose some units, but I mean, we'll be able to take the defenses down, and then it's rifle against longbow in a city that's not on a hill. Alright. Alright, that's right. We also have an attack here this turn. Alright, go in and soften them all up for us. Alright, so that crippled one of the longbows and collateraled the other two. Now these rifles do not have amazing promotions, but they still do get 90% odds, so I'm content to take those. Alright, that's one down. They actually should get 2 XP for winning, because they're not... I think it's when it's over 96 you only get 1 XP. Don't tell me this guy actually lost. Okay, finally. Wasn't as close as it looked, although he did get down to just 25 HP out of 100. But yeah, he did get 2 XP for winning. Interesting that the mace had slightly better odds, although he didn't do very well. Alright, so now we need to have somebody attack off the boat. Get that last hit on the crippled defender. So yes, this isn't a very good city, but we have worse. We have Poverty Port, and it does bring us Marble finally. So, I mean, it's too late in the game for that really to be meaningful, but whatever. Alright, so now it's time to start loading up some of these ships, getting ready for the next city. Oh, hey, there's actually a caravel that randomly wandered in. The reason why Wang Khan's not attacking is he can't get good enough odds on my ships. Like, he's not gonna... Even against the galleons, he gets terrible odds to attack. So that's partly why he hasn't been doing it. Alright, 2 more caravels. Alright. Even though this does mean it's... does mean that I can't bombard the city. I still want to sink his navy where I can. Look how little his ship is. My ship's just like, ugh, ugh, get out of the way. Go down to the bottom of the ocean. Get out of the way. Oh, hey, is that that same spear we saw earlier still wandering around? Anyway, so it'll take a couple turns. It'll probably take 2 turns to get those defenses down at Pyongyang. But not too much more. Yeah, you guys just chill for right now. Go ahead and heal. Alright, let's see if we can micro this so that we minimize turns. So this ship has no units on board. This ship is totally full, so... Oh, can we actually... Oh, we're once... Oh. See, this is where it would be nice to have the extra movement point. If I had the extra movement point, I could unload this turn next to the city, but I'm 1 movement point short. I mean, I could unload on this tile, but I don't see any real advantage to doing that. Looks like this group can slide forward the tile. Alright, so this ship right now is totally empty. So we'll take whatever is here. Load. Unfortunately, these units have no movement, so they can't load. You can come up here and join your buds. And this galleon and these 2 can load up the remaining units. Probably makes more sense for them to be on this tile, just to give them an extra movement point north. Not that it makes a huge difference. Alright. You, though, we actually do have room for you to load this turn. Oh, I wish I'd thought to pick this guy up on the way. Oh well. We'll get him sooner or later. You can load, you can be on this tile and load up next turn or something. I'll use you to protect those galleons, just in case they would get attacked. Okay. Let's do our drafting now for the turn. Because I might want to have some people hop on board that ship, like right there. Rather than having Gemjul walk all the way down to the southeast, we'll just load up here. Let's see where else we can get units from. Poverty Port, already contributed. Cinnamon Spice, I already drafted. Manatee. Manatee, though, does need a unit. And there's actually multiple rifles from over here. Need another, yeah, we've got the frigates loading up here. Now, we won't have cannons for these observations, which means our casualties will be higher. We won't be getting those pristine kill rates with, without cannons to deal the collateral damage first. But that's where we have the draft, is we've got units to spare. It's like I'm going to put these units over here. And Two Fish, Two Fury should have another boat that can go up there. By the way, that second promotion is so nice to get that extra movement. Really, really nice. Also, circumnavigation is really helpful to have too. Okay. Let's see. So, drafting. Oh, I'm out of my drafts for this turn. No, never mind. Got Batavia. I was just on a city I'd already drafted this turn. Okay, so this unit is ready for pickup too. Got a lot of units ready for pickup. By the way, I have not been staying on top of Whip Micro because at this stage of the game, I don't think it actually matters very much. I think we're very far ahead, so I'm not as concerned. This galleon coming out of Suez can grab these units whenever that finishes. So that's why I'm not like going through and whipping units like I was before, because I think we're just, I think at this point it's just an operation of pushing through the AI and not like constantly microing cities. Anyway, so yeah, here comes another batch of rifles in. Do I have any more drafts this turn? No, I've used them all up. So yeah, we're pretty close to wrapping up Wang Khan. Obviously, the goal for today is we'll finish wrapping up with Wang Khan. I declared war on what? Was it turn 203? I think it was. I think it was turn 20. It was 202 or 203. Maybe you guys remember. But I think this is going to be done in about 10 turns, the whole conquest. These turns take a while to play, but in terms of the calendar, they're very short. Now I can turn on research into physics. This city actually needs... I actually need another galleon here to load up and carry these units that we're finishing. Library. This city needs the forum because look how unhappy it is. That's true, I could check the event log. Thanks for the suggestion. That's a good way, that's a good suggestion. Alright, so courthouse probably needs to be next there. Oh, that's right. We actually do have a source of horses here, if the borders ever expand. We probably should try to get the horses connected at some point. Oh well. Let's see. So we could lumber mill these tiles. This is some really poor terrain up here. Probably should have turned on science slightly sooner. But... Alright, let's see. So you have 2 units on board. Why don't you grab this one? Yamama. Probably can be the next target. Now Saladin could attack me here, but remember, he's already in a war, so his units should probably be over here on this island. Also, if we look at the power bar graph, I'm not too worried about him. Where is he on the tech tree? He's researching optics. Let's see what techs he has. He doesn't have... So he could research chemistry. He does not have astronomy, though, because he doesn't even have optics. So he is not... And he doesn't have nationalism. If he doesn't have paper, he's a long way behind. So, yeah. Not too worried about our friend Saladin. Alright. Let's get you moving up here to grab these draftees. And we've got these frigates. Honestly, more frigates is probably what I most need up here. I could probably just whip out a round of frigates from a lot of these cities. That might not be the worst thing, because I don't really need like an observatory or anything like that. I'll look to do that at the end of this turn, I think. Because I would like to have some some units sweep in from this direction, even as the push, when it finishes with Wang Khan, will start hitting Saladin from the other direction. At the world, keep hitting the world wrap right here, but like as soon as I'm done here, we'll just push straight on into Mecca. And I think just about all these cities are accessible from the sea. In terms of domination, I am about to hit 40%, and I would need 68% to win. I'm already over the population limit needed. By the way, this is also with none of Wang Khan's territory, although he doesn't have that much land area. I suspect in terms of what's needed to win, Wang Khan's land and the territory that is controlled by Saladin would probably be enough. Certainly if I then pushed into Willem and started taking his cities, that would be enough. We'll probably just keep pushing until we hit domination. There's even some more tiles to grab here. And it would be worthwhile to settle this little island here just to get 5 tiles towards domination. Probably. Anyway, though, continuing onwards, so you can keep moving towards Hyangsan. Actually, I can unload this turn here if I want. Probably makes more sense to go for Pyongyang, though. Well, we should finish up with this city, because we might unlock some roads here. Alright, I think there's only 2 frigates in this area, so let's group them, bombard, and then see what we've got over here. Might as well reveal what's over there. 2 longbows and an axe are not very scary. fact, I think I might just unload these. Why not? Eager young draftees who can't wait to get into the fight. Alright, so over here, now here's a question. I can't remember if you can bombard off a ship with cannons or not. I don't think you can, but let's just check. No, you can't bombard off this ship, which would be awesome if you had just had like drive-by cannonings, but no, you can't do that. Okay. So let's have this guy who's hurt take out 5%. Yeah, I'm just gonna take out what I can of the defenses. And again, we will lose some of these units, but it is rifles against longbows, so pretty sure we'll be able to win. 67%, but we have way more units, and again, I'm willing to sacrifice some of these guys for more, because there's always more units behind them that we can come pick up. But we won anyway, so that's nice. This city is not on a hill, fortunately. Let's get someone who is not as close to a promotion as that. Like, this person's only at 2 XP. So we should lose some of these units. If we win all of them at 67, that's a lucky result. So far, we've been pretty lucky. Oh, we got a great general at 2 Fish, 2 Furious. Nice. Hernan Cortez. I would love to dump another... I would actually like to... Well, trying to think what the best option to do with this guy is. And by that way, that war weariness starting to tick up. I would love to put another 10 XP on our Great General Medic, just because I'm amused at trying to get him up to Woodsman 3, but more likely, I don't know exactly what we do with this guy. Maybe he hops on this galleon that pops out next turn, and then we send him somewhere. I don't know. Okay, well, meanwhile, we were in the middle of a battle here, when that was suddenly born on the other side of the world. So, exact same odds, 67%. Combat 1 rifle against this longbow with City Garrison 2. So, we lost that one. That's not surprising. I said we would lose, almost certainly lose some of these. I always got him close, though. Knocked him down to 12 HP, but couldn't quite finish him off. So, even if we lose this, we'll clean up on the remaining 2 battles. Alright, so we won 3 out of 4. That's roughly what you'd expect. I had 2/3 odds, so I guess that's slightly better than expected combat luck, but certainly not bad. Alright, well, I think it's time for old Lysander to clean up this battle and grab another point of XP, because he can. Go, Lysander, go! And we'll just keep feeding that guy more XP. Alright, Granary Forge Courthouse. Wow, all the stuff I was going to queue up is already in the city. Okay. So now we've got more... Oh, I can't quite reach that city, but I can be in a position to attack next turn with these guys. Like, I could unload on this tile, but I can't unload on that tile. Let's see. So what do we want to do here? I had been thinking that I would move these units down and then attack Pyongyang, but I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do. Let's see. We've got these units that can move up here. This is a frigate. Let's group the frigates together. Should be able to get most of those defenses down next turn via the sea. I think most of the units are going to end up in this city, and then they can just like have a healing powwow before they hop off to do more fighting. I thought I had another frigate over here. I guess I just have 4. They could use a turn to heal up too. There's actually a galleon that has space for this guy. But the other unit, the cannon, can unload here. Let's see. These guys can all unload. Except that cannon at 4 health. Let's leave the cannon on board. Although no, the cannon can bombard the city, and I think we can use that extra bombard But I think we might be able to finish off Wang Khan next turn. And if that's the case, let's move down another unit or two. Well, let's see. Let's move 1 or 2 units down here and then load up a couple more so that they can then attack amphibiously if we need them to. I think what we've got here is sufficient, but let's just make sure by grabbing a couple more. I'm going to put you there so you're on a roaded tile. Alright, and the rest of these... And then you two hop on board the ship. And then you'll be in a position next turn to attack at least amphibiously. Did I just move a ship that didn't have units on it, didn't I? Well, that's annoying. It's not too big of a deal, but... And you should slide over to here, because that's a more valuable tile. Now, against a human, I would need to put more units into this city, but against the AI, I should be fine. Meanwhile, you move up too. But yeah, we should be able to capture these cities next turn. Alright, so we want 1 unit to hang out here. How about this rifle that's very badly injured? You can just be the permanent defender in this city. Everybody else, I think, can pretty much load up and keep going. This galleon, I think, has rifles in it already. Yep. Alright. Well, off you go. You might be headed for Anjar here. I don't know why it suddenly moved me over to the other side of the map. Alright. Now, you guys could use a chance to heal, but you can heal while you're on board the ship. And you can hop on board the ship too. Alright. Off you go. Could move a couple of rifles in Pusan and load them in a galley. No, I couldn't do that. Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, if I move them in Pusan, they'd use up all their movement points. That's true. But I was also I was able to get the same effect though. I just moved them onto, I think I moved some onto this tile and moved them forward, which has the same effect. It actually is more efficient in terms of movement, because by moving here, the ship has to move into the city and then move, or they can just load directly onto the ship here. Anyway, there should be more than enough units, but I do appreciate the suggestion. All right. Yeah, you guys stay here for right now. Oh, you still have movement points left. Okay. Well, I guess you might as well move towards Anjar then. Oh, there's a lot of lag. No worries. So you guys are ready to hop on one of these galleons coming out of Clam Nation. You can just chill there for right now until we have the ship ready. Oh, look, we've got 3 units ready to hop on board that ship. What's the fastest way to get to Saladin from here? Probably to just head towards Mecca, I guess. Kind of a long travel time. We should probably start setting it up so that the transit point is over here at Gemjul instead, because that's closer. Yeah, I need to start, units that are drafted should start walking towards Gemjul from this point forward. The logistics kind of changing as this goes along. Alright, I will go ahead and lumber mill this, although it's kind of pointless. Let me just finish up with the logistics of moving the units right now. Alright, so you guys can't unload, but you can attack off the boats for next turn. So you're fine, you're in a good spot there. You were never intended to move out of Lustigox to begin with. Yopapa just finished the chop here. Alright, that'll finish the harbor. This city's pretty much improved at this point. I guess we can chop some tiles. I would like to chop this just so that there's not a forest right on the border if we ever get into war with Saladin, which we will. I should probably road that because I'm about to declare war on him. Alright though, drafting. Let's see who else is available to contribute to the fatherland. Cinnamon Spice. Manitou we just drafted. Bavaria we just drafted. Or Batavia, excuse me. Yapapa though. Let's hold on to the unit in Yapapa because Like, Saladin is right there. He could send units across the border to attack. I think that this city's fine, because we can always upgrade these to rifles if we need to. Ship graveyard. Alright, we just recently drafted that. Panama, though, we have not. So this unit can come down here for a pickup. And Midway was recently drafted. Race Strip was not, though. Okay. Even more units. We've got 3 rifles just sitting here, waiting for... well, actually, that's a frigate, not a galleon. There's a galleon right here, though. And I have more galleons on their way from Two Fish, Too Furious. Helps having all these cities, doesn't it? Musk Ox was recently drafted. Black Forest is too young. And then we have captured cities. Okay. Now, what I do want is I do want some more frigates in here, though, because what I have, I can draft units to do the killing, but I can't draft units to take down the city defenses. So we're going to go ahead and just get a round of frigates out of these cities, because that's what we need right now. We'll just two-pop whip a bunch of these next turn. I don't need a bank. The game is coming to a close relatively soon. The bank will not really pay for itself in the amount of time we have left. So, like, all these cities give me frigates. Batavia, Manatee. Most of them have, like, just run out of a whip duration anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna get 5 frigates out of here next turn. Panama. Yeah, most of these cities are ready to be whipped anyway, so the timing is pretty nice. It'll be an expensive whip for these cities, but, like, we really don't need more tech than what we already have, is kind of the point I'm trying to make. We kind of already have the tech we need, so cinnamon spice. The great frigate whipping will take place next turn. Oh, this city is actually building a rifle. Okay, well, whatever. I think that's that longbow that I never finished before. Alright, so there we go. Got the frigates ready to go in these cities. That'll give me enough frigates to punch through these cities. Like Ship Graveyard I would, but the city's very unhappy. Still, that War Weariness is going to disappear next turn when we finish off with Wang Khan. And then we'll get ready to just keep going right on to the next target. Alright, Clan Nation. Just finished a ship. I'm trying to think if I want more ships or more units right now, because I'm about to get a wave of frigates out of those cities. Obviously, it's going to build maybe a cannon, although this is going to be pretty far from the front lines, so I don't know if it's going to have time to get up there. You just keep providing me with more galleons, because I need more transport space. Yes, my cities are unhappy. They can get over it. This city... Yeah, you actually have enough production. Well, you have a lot of... Actually, you don't have that much production. You just had a lot of overflow. Work that tile. Let's deal with Wang Khan first. Oh, hey, the borders of Pearl Harbor have expanded. Yay. Okay. First things first, let's deal with this city here. So I think both of these cannons are very badly injured, but their job is just to try and take down the defenses, which they should be able to do. Soften things up for the other attackers. There we go. So now the defenses are gone. You know, it looks bad, but there's a lot of caravels in this city which don't defend, and then there's like the Wacha and Axe and Spear, which are just useless. So the big thing is going to be having enough attackers just to get the kill. Can I get there? Oh, thank goodness I can reach there, so I can finish off red-lined attackers. Alright. Let's get this done. So yeah, there's only one other real defender, and that's this other longbowman. But fortunately, I have these City Raider 3 rifles on hand. No! Our City Raider 3 rifle! We had 86% odds, but look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got hit 6 times. That was one of our original barb-killing Praetorians. That's sad. Ah, well. I will not lose this other guy then. That's sad to see. Wait, did we lose this one too? Wow, Wang Khan rallying, fighting back. He won an 86 and an 88. So he won 14 and 12% back to back. I'm glad this is not at a critical moment of the game. But again, that's why this is a strategy game and not a game of battlefield tactics, because the advantage goes to who brings more units to the party. It just kind of sucks if you sometimes are in a situation where one of the reasons why I don't like early game wars, it's more susceptible to swings. Like, you get a bad streak of combat and suddenly your game is ruined. At this stage of the game, we have enough units that it's not really that big of a deal if we lose a unit here or there at 90% odds. But if you've got 5 units, it can be a disaster. Alright, so this should end at 99.9. And it's just Caravels and Confucian missionaries on defense there. Alright, so, oh, this city came with a lot, including the Parthenon and Angkor Wat. Parthenon's been obsoleted, Angkor Wat has not, although I have no temples, so I can't even run Priest Specialist. There's a custom house for you, by the way. So that's who you'll be in Resistance for a while. Alright, before we move anything else, let's see if we can finish off Wang Khan. So first, we've got a couple frigates up here that can bombard. There's a Caravel, but I'm just going to ignore it at this point. No walls in this city, or not much culture. Alright, only 3 units on defense here. So, Combat 1 rifle against longbow, you can see doesn't get great odds here. The city isn't even on a hill. If it was on a hill, the odds would be like downright bad. What sucks here is I don't have cannons. Like, what I really need here is to toss in a City Raider 2 cannon, and then that would knock the odds down, and then also collateral the other units. I don't have that, so I just have to take the modestly good dice roll. Which we did not win, but we only had 60% odds. That's fine, we've got more units to go. These guys don't even have Combat 1, so their odds are not as good. We're willing to sacrifice some units here to keep this offensive moving along. If I needed to avoid losing these units, it would have been better to wait a turn to land more units. Yeah, I actually not getting great combat luck here. At least this is an 85% battle. Like, we've been losing, so the odds say we probably should have lost one of those 2 battles, but now we've got a injured longbow and an axe, so we should be able to clean up no problem from here. Even at the amphibious penalty. This is why, as units get injured, they really lose their combat effectiveness. Like, even at the amphibious penalty, this is a 90% battle. So we should be just fine, and if we win this, then Wang Khan's eliminated, 78%. And if we don't win it, we have more units behind it ready to attack. Alright. And that should be it for Wang Khan. He doesn't have any cities left, as far as I know. He's still showing up on the screen, though. What the? Does he have another city somewhere? Where does he have a city? I didn't think he had any more. Oh, he's got a city on this island here. Apparently, he recently settled a city on that island. Ugh, that's annoying. I thought he was dead. I did not think he had any units up there. All right. Well, time to go take that city away. Yep, he settled this island. He did settle there. No ceasefire. We're gonna go kill him right now. I'm aware that ceasefire doesn't stop you from declaring war again, but I mean, why bother? We'll just load up units and go kill him then. He's only 2 turns away. That's still annoying though. Just because I thought we had him there. Oh well, we got plenty of units. That counts as a moral victory. Yeah, seriously, settling there. He probably only has like 1 or 2 units on that tile either. Well, his cities are starting to come out of resistance, so that's nice. We can't draft him because you have to have at least 10% of your own nationality. But we will be able to draft relatively soon. Also, there's going to be a ton of unhappiness, but that's what I was kind of hoping to get the war weariness out of the way too. Well, let's take the units that we can. There's got to be some units that are healthy somewhere around here. I have some healthy units here. I was kind of pushing to get things done as quickly as possible, but I think I can take... Some of these rifles can take promotions, so I think I'll move them up there. And otherwise we should set up like a triage center here with Lysander. Probably like right here, because that way all the units in the immediate area can heal. And there's one healthy rifle in here, so let's unload this guy. And then move him up here. And then we'll load him in one of these ships, along with... I don't want the ship that has the cannons in it, because cannons are not going to be helpful against that city. Alright, here we go. So load him up in there. And let's load you, because you're full health, and then whoever is highest HP. Alright, you're 9 HP, and you've got a promotion. I'll wait to see what promotion for when I get up there. Alright, now let's see what's actually up there. And we'll be able to see if we need to bring more units next turn. So someone has to stand in this city to... Well, I guess not. Let's see. So these units will heal... There's not really anything left over here. There's just one unit in this city. I do have a galleon here, though. Maybe that can help converge on that spot, too. Or at least head in that direction. So we play on until we can eliminate Wang Khan. That'll be the end of today's session, by the way. Alright, let's get that extra movement point. The fastest way we can get up there. So we've got more ships coming. These frigates are needed in the east. So that guy's there. Most of these units, let's see, we do have workers, although I don't know if there's anything for them to do just yet. These tile improvements look good to me. Yeah, we probably should get, after we finish with physics... Well, you know what, we're going to get the physics great engine. I was just wondering when I would want to pop a golden age to... Because I'm going to get an extra great scientist from this. Let's see. So some of these rifles... Let's load up 2 more rifles. Grab a ship that has some empty... No, this ship is no cargo space being used. Alright, so... Load them up. The cannons are not going to be that useful, but that's what I have available, so... Alright, load. And you can follow that path too, although you have 1 fewer movement point. Alright, and, well... I guess we'll follow up with these cannons too. Just because. Never know. Alright, well, there we go. Sending them forward. Although if the workers are going to chill, let's have them stand in my borders, because you do pay slightly less maintenance costs if you do it that way. Alright, meanwhile, you know, the frigates that are slightly injured, maybe just go heal for a turn. Or they can heal in this city, actually, and that puts them closer to the front lines. So I will let some of these units heal, and then once they're healed, 1, 2, they can load from this tile here. It's a good spot to load from. So some of the galleons, I think I'm just going to have stage on that tile. This frigate's full health, so it can start heading forward. Let's see, so Lysander is right here, so actually if they stay right here, they'll heal up next turn, the frigates. I wouldn't mind healing them up for a turn before they have to go fight again. Oh wait, I have a full... Okay, well, if I'd known that I had more guys in a galleon, I might not have sent them forward. That should be enough to kill whatever's on that island. I have 3 rifles, plus I have 5 rifles and 4 cannons. That should be more than enough to kill off whatever the heck Wang Khan's got over there. So let's have this group move forward here. I think we'll target Fustat for now. Wang Khan cities, I think I need to heal the stack that's left here before I go for his capital. But like we could pick off the island cities, I think, pretty easily. So I think I'm going to make a play for Fustat, and I'll probably declare war next turn and just unload these units. Because like I have cannons to take down some of the defenses, and more rifles. All right, keep forgetting, and then it's like, oh yeah, here's a ship with 3 more rifles ready to go. Nice. All right, frigate, and over here our target will be Yamama first. Him having Chichen Itza is a little annoying, but this is probably a good staging tile because we can drop off and then immediately pick up more units. And you just chill there. Almost have this road connection that's almost completely meaningless down here. Alright, you... I don't know what we're going to do with this Great General. Maybe we'll just get a second medic unit. It wouldn't hurt to have 2 Great General medics, honestly. Wouldn't hurt to have 2. Yeah, we're going to hit Saladin from both the east and the west. So if your borders, so we're looking to hit him at Yamama and then also Fustat, and then we'll just kind of roll from there with what's left over from this campaign, then joining with the new recruits. Kind of at the edge of the world wrap, which makes it slightly annoying, but the extra movement on these galleons definitely seems helpful. So that's why I keep pushing that. Alright, so this galleon, there's 3 rifles right here. Alright. You can just join up with this group here. 6 rifles certainly should be enough to push over that city, especially with a little frigate support. Also, Chichen Itza doesn't affect those units anyway. You come here, queuing up, getting ready for those units after they're healed. Yeah, Chichen Itza doesn't affect gunpowder units, if I remember correctly. Let me just check that. Obsolete with rifling. Alright, so you also come down here. What do we have here? These are frigates. Okay. I'm going to have you move in here because you took a lot of damage. You are full health though, so you can come down here and queue up with this group. And here's a full health frigate. Okay, so you can move forward, be prepared to support the offensive. Alright, so now we get to whip out all these frigates. Oh, by the way, I could always go uni suffrage and just cash rush stuff too. That can be fun to do in extreme late game. Obsolete with rifling means it's when he researches it. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. Maybe we can... Do we know what city it's in, just out of curiosity? Just because... let's see. I'm sure we can find it. It should probably be on the top cities list. It's in Mecca. Okay. Probably pushes Mecca up in the priority queue a little bit. Frigate. It's like enough of your peaceful stuff. We want frigates everywhere. And we're almost ready to do another draft cycle of whipping soon too. Because Suez is down to just 3 turns away of doing another draft. Yeah, so it's in Mecca. Okay. Well, it's a quick hop, skip, and jump from Fustat over to Mecca. certainly not far. I wouldn't mind getting rid of it just to eliminate that. I was thinking of sniping the island cities first before going for his mainland, but we'll see what makes the most sense. It looks like every single Arabian city is on the water. Now, Amsterdam has such powerful cultural borders that we won't be able to control a lot of these cities, so we'll probably have to attack the Dutch afterwards, at least if we intended to hold any of the Arabian conquests. Because like all these cities are going to be crushed by Dutch borders the minute that they come out of resistance. Anyway, and yeah, it would be nice if we had research. You know what? We'll just grab music right now because I do want to be able to build culture in these cities as they pop out of resistance, and then we'll go back to physics after that. All right, I think that's good. I think I got all my frigate whips that I queued up last turn. Yep. All right, so we'll have plenty of ships then. All right, let's see if we can wrap this up with Wang Khan here.
If music be the food of love, play on.
So we were on physics. That's right. And I think Suez probably needs another galleon. Just keep routing them up to the front lines. So now all those... Now I'm going to get a bunch of messages saying I finished frigates. Where's the... You have trained a frigate. 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 The enemy has been spotted near Hyangsan. Oh, there's a caravel walking around. Well, let's see what Wang Khan has in that city before we do anything else. Alright, he has a mace and a spear. I think I might just attack from... Well, I only get 4% odds. Okay, so let's not just attack from the boat. Or never mind. Alright, yeah, the odds are too poor to attack from the boat. We'll do this the correct way and land. But we shouldn't have much trouble getting that. Hey, we'll even get to keep the city, although we never built a fishing boats for that spot, so... Sarate, why don't you... Or no. I will need a fishing boat for that city. After the dry dock's done, you can get a fishing boat for that spot. Alright, so you drop off these. And then the cannons, I think we'll not need up here. So you can head back to the west. We don't even have a defender in Busan. Why don't you go hang out in that city? You can be its permanent defender. We don't have any shortage of units here. Alright, I don't know what to promote you. Well, we'll heal you for this turn. So the question is, do I want to attack this turn with Saladin, or do I want to wait until next turn? I think I have enough units to attack this turn. Like, I know that there's always the whole thing about don't start another war while the one you have ongoing is still taking place, but I think it's fine. I actually can see any of his cities that have my religion in them. Can actually almost see Willem's cities too. Let's turn off espionage spying with J-Man, because we're probably not going to fight him. And we have more than enough to see his research. So this might give us a chance to see into the cities of these other opponents. Not that it matters that much. Can you draft your papa? I would have to check. Yeah, I think we're fine to attack. I don't see any reason to wait. Like, we've got this whole group of units ready to go fight this turn. So, Saladin, you and I have not been friends this entire game. So your head would look good on the end of a pole. And we can even grab a worker if we want to here. Although it'll probably just run back into the city. Alright. Now, what tile do I want to attack from? It doesn't really matter, but I think I'll go here. So Saladin, if you're curious about his techs, we looked at this before. He did get optics recently, so now he can research astronomy. But he would need to get astronomy and chemistry to be able to build frigates, which is what I'm worried about. And he doesn't have paper or nationalism, so he's not close to rifles at all. So he doesn't even have printing press yet. Yeah, he doesn't even have printing press, so he is not going to get rifles before this war is over. All right, in the meantime, start unloading. Look to grab this city first. Just hit the AI and keep hitting them. Don't give them a chance to recover. Once Wang Khan is dead, we'll be able to draft his cities too, by the way, because his culture will disappear, and then they'll just be like my cities. Alright, so this frigate don't have quite enough to reach that tile to bombard it this turn, unfortunately. Alright, so this little force, I guess, can help out here for the time being. Could attack from the boat if needed. Alright, meanwhile, now all of a sudden we're on the other side of the map. Hey, brand new ship. You want to come bombard with us? I'm not worried about the frigates being sunk. He has no ship that can deal with them at all. Alright, so that's half the city's defenses knocked out. Trying to get more vision over here. Alright, so we had more frigates birthed in some of these cities, but I don't think any of the others can get into the fighting this turn. I don't think any of the other ones are in range to shoot that. Oh, this... I don't think this can get here. Nope. It has enough to get next to the city, but not enough to attack it. And we'll go ahead and land these units. Not going to attack off the boat. And now we've got more units to load from over here, or at least one more. The other galleon, I think, can hang out over here for right now. It's protected. More frigates. Frigates are great units. I am holding off on the Combat 1 promotion. Just if they would get attacked, then they can heal by using the Combat 1 promotion. Alright, so you are going to head north and be prepared to help out with grabbing more units. Similar story over here. We're getting ready to start another draft cycle, by the way. I think this is a good spot for you for this turn. Alright, yeah, you heal for a turn. You will probably just end up garrisoning this city, so you can just hang out there. You can heal for a turn. There's no point in moving you. Alright, meanwhile this frigate can move up too. This poor unit is in the forest, so I'll defend this unit with a rifle, just for protection's sake. Alright, meanwhile you guys are getting the Lysander's protection, so you can heal. You guys should all be back up to full next turn. Well, the cannons might take one more turn. Meanwhile, you head on over here. Road there. Oh, we have another frigate. Well, this one could not have bombarded this turn anyway. Alright, is this galleon loaded? It has one unit loaded, but we'll load up the rest next turn. So you guys just chill here for the time being. We should be able to draft MacArthur next turn, by the way. And do we want to... Oh, and we want to build culture in these cities, don't we? I don't know if it matters on the turn they come out of resistance, but we'll just queue up build culture anyway. I couldn't have done this before this turn because I didn't have music before this turn. Just taking a second to get that out of the way. The lighthouse. So yes, obviously we should build culture here and get the benefit of the free production. Sadly, nothing survived capture in this city, but I get the impression this city wasn't a very good one. Alright, heal. You can probably just hang out there permanently. Now these frigates. Why aren't they getting the benefit from Lysander here? Oh, did they need to be in? I just don't understand why the Great General 3 medic isn't healing them. Oh well. Huh, I guess they have to be in the city to get that benefit? That's weird. I thought they would get it because, you know, Medic 3 extends one tile away. I'm just surprised that didn't work. Oh, also you should promote. I don't know what's going to be most useful for you. Probably cover. Like, if you look at the promotions... where's promotions? So Medic 2 heals units in adjacent tiles. So, like, that really should be it. Like, Lysander's right on this tile. So he should be healing the frigates on this tile. That's why I didn't move them into the city. But strangely, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh well. Anyway, Suez, we're almost done with this draft cycle, and then we can start a new one. We can start this draft cycle with the Korean cities the minute that the Korean culture disappears. Then they'll be draftable, and then they can start contributing for their new fatherland. I don't know if this cannon will be able to get up to the front lines in time to help out, but in the event that it does. Oh, and Vercingetorix is ready for its next draft. This city's actually starving from unhappiness, but don't worry, that'll go away after this turn. And I think I'm going to need more galleons still. You, I said, was going to build a workboat for that city after we capture it. You need a courthouse. Alright. So let's do away with Wang Khan first. Alright, let's take out most of the defenses. There's not a lot in this city. We also have some pretty beat up rifles, but only 70% interesting. But we want to make the rest of our cities happy, and apparently nothing will make us happier than destroying what remains of Wang Khan. Alright, actually, I was going to take shock promotion. I can't even take it here. I actually want someone to take medic promotion so these guys can heal faster. But I don't think it'll be... We'll have one of the other guys take medic. And then they can do a nice healing job here. Sure. Capture the city. It actually needs the lighthouse more than anything else. So that's it. Now, finally, Wang Khan's gone. So turn 213. Which turn did we first start the war? So that's 1515 AD. All the turns are 5 turns right now. All of the turns are 5 years. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay. So 1420. So let's see. Oh, actually, no, they were 10 turns until 1500. So 8 turns. So it was 11 total turns. 11 turns to finish them off. That's not too bad. 11 turns. All right, so you are full health. You can reload. You are going to take medic, so everybody here, who's mostly pretty injured, can heal up. I will need 1 unit to hold this city. And then I have 4 other units. Or 5 other units. Okay, so both of those ships should hang out here for the time being. Alrighty, so now we've got some cities coming out of resistance, by the way. So now you guys can make your suggestions on these cities for Wonsan and Nampo. I'm sure I am not pronouncing them correctly, by the way. So now feel free to make those suggestions. And now we actually have stuff that these workers can do, because for some reason the AI decided to cottage these hill tiles. I don't know what the point of that was. sushi. Sushi's more of a Japanese thing, but I get your point. Apparently Sydney's been staring at Liz upstairs. Alright, well, just desserts. Or just deserts, I think that is. Just deserts? Okay. Sure, why not? Unfortunately, we can't stop this city from starving, but you know what we can do? We can draft it! I mean, they're just gonna lose a population point anyway. Thank you for contributing to the empire, these cities. Best Korea. Best Korea. Again, these cities are not going to be meaningful contributors to the rest of the empire, but we've got them. Just desserts was for the desert island. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, I guess I should technically be leaving the 1 XP guys behind while the fresh guys move out. Pyongyang for ping pong? Okay. We'll see. I'll do my best to keep track. Alright, so go ahead and load up. These guys should all be... Well, the rifles are full health. I think, Lysander needs to wait one more turn so that the cannons are restored to full health. So 2 frigates are basically back at full health, and then this one was not at full health, but I'm going to move these guys out together, even though it's not full health. Okay, how much space is left? One of these galleons is full. We should head out. That rifle's almost full. Alright, so then we've got carrying capacity for some more of these rifles. Actually, one of these galleons should slip down here and grab like these guys that are walking forward. And meanwhile, you guys chill there for the time being. Have 3 cannons. This will be useful at the Arabian capital, which is where I think those cannons are headed next. Alright, so the frigates can shoot here. And then I'm going to have them start moving into position. I want to move them through the city after it's captured so that they can hit Mecca next turn, or bombard the city's defenses next turn. Alright, so this city is on a hill, which means that this one that's at 5 HP definitely shouldn't attack, but this guy probably should. Oh, he actually does have muskets, so that's something we didn't see from Korea, muskets. But we should still be able to overrun this city without too much trouble. Alright, so 68% is not tremendous odds. I will bombard down to 6%. So I only have 1 unit available to do collateral damage, but it will help. The difference here is this city's on a hill. Alright, so we actually did not get the retreat that time. That's unfortunate. What were the odds there? 71% to win, so a little unfortunate, but at least we did do a lot of damage to that longbow. Alright, so rifles. Let's use the ones that are 2 XP first, because they are most likely to die. We do still get 80% odds, which, as I said, I'm willing to take. Now it's actually going to be worthwhile to take pinch promotion on some units. It was pointless against Wang Khan because he didn't have any gunpowder units. Alright, so we've lost 2 70%. Little unfortunate. But we have enough units that we should be able to clean up. We should win them all from this point, unless we get very unlucky. Wow, okay. Okay. So let's just be clear here. So first we lost at 80%. Then we lost at 73. Then we lost at 88. I was like, what? Apparently the defenders here are pretty tough. But again, we should clean, now they should all be 99% odds. There we go. Yeah, now we should win them all without even taking damage. So, a little unfortunate, as I said, but... Your battle thralls are expendable. They really are. Another batch where that came from. Coming up next from Korea. Plus, in addition to what we can pull back from the homeland. Alright, so we'll just queue this up. Alright. Alright, time to load on up. So the galleons, well, since we lost so many units, there's actually an excess of galleons here now. So I'm going to send one of the galleons back towards the Korean mainland to pick up more units. How many do I have here? I have 3 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's about right. But I wanted to move the frigates forward to start shelling Mecca. For Mecca, I will have... what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to have cannons for support, so that should make it a bit easier. I really would like it if I could get Lysander onto that over here to help heal these guys next turn. So he's currently helping these cannons heal. Or I could load them all into... You know what? I could load them all into a galleon and then have Lysander in position to heal those guys next turn. That's probably better. But I want to use the unloaded galleon. I want to use the empty galleon for that. So let's have you move here. Alright, Lysander. Let's get you and these 2 cannons. The cannons will move this turn, but then they'll be able to heal next turn in the moving ship. Alright, and so Lysander then can be up here to heal at Fustat next turn. And you can just hang out here for another unit. This unit can hop in the ship, and then you can start moving forward too. I can use this dude with 1 XP, or what? I can use one of these 1 XP guys to garrison Pyongyang. Alright. And these 2 galleons, I think, head up to the north side of the island, because that's where we're headed next. Oops. Yeah, you just stay in that city. You need to hop on board a ship for a pickup. Did I just finish one here? No. Alright, meanwhile, there is the other front, which I didn't even really show yet. Look at all these ships sailing around. So it does use up 1 movement point to bombard with the frigate. Alright, so that takes out the defenses. Oh yeah, the borders are a little bit weird. Mecca must have a lot of culture. 20, 40, 60... Looks like Mecca has 80% culture, which would extend to these tiles. It won't expand over ocean tiles, but it will extend up there. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this city. We're not going to get tremendous odds here, because we don't have cannons for support, but 86% is good odds. Really wish every single person I was fighting wasn't protective. And note that the odds are significantly worse because we're not combat 1. Still, 75% well worth taking. And if we lose, we got more, what was it, expendable thralls to throw at them? Something like that. Odds are we should lose at least one of these. Looks like it was this one. Yeah, this pretty much went about how you would expect. We would expect to lose one of these 4 battles. because they were all around 75 to 80%. Odds say that the most likely outcome, although hardly the only outcome, would be to win 3 and lose 1. All right, so that's wait. I was like, why can't I load on here? Is this ship full? It's a frigate. No. This is, yes, a frigate. Okay. So now we got to come over here to Khorasan. Kill that poor workboat that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, this city is almost all ships. Although there is a city garrison 3 longbow here, which is a little bit spicy. Mostly, though, I just want to get this this guy out of the way. I guess we'll lumber mill that tile. Also, what the? Why don't you just chill for this turn? Guy standing in midair, standing on the water. Alright, well, some of these frigates can get over here and start knocking down the defenses of this city. Is this city on a hill? No, fortunately. Oh, hey, he's got some more ships over here. Well, hope you weren't planning on going anywhere. Alright, this is a galleon. So you load up there. I have a lot of injured rifles. Probably should just dump some XP on one of them and make it a Medic 3 for faster healing. Because we've got the Great General over here, right? We've got our Hernan Cortez. An appropriately named Conquistador over here. I actually should look to see if there's anything I want to draft over there this turn. Or did I already draft Korea this... No, I drafted Korea this turn. Okay. Well, next turn we might be able to grab some recruits, some fresh recruits. We should have enough units here for the moment. What I really could use are some more cannons down here. Maybe that's the next thing we'll grab is a round of cannons. Alright, why don't you're basically healed up, this frigate. Oh, hey, look. Oh boy, that's a lot of ships. Okay. Triremes and galleys. Well, let's not move forward to attack just yet. Maybe if I can get a stack of frigates. I don't know if I want to send one in to fight this stack of caravels and triremes and galleys, but at least we get a look. Ooh, Mecca's barely defended at all. It's like no units in there. There's a musket and a longbow. Alright, well, the AI starts pumping units into a city when it feels like it's threatened, so I might not want to quite hop up there just yet. Just wondering if... But then again, the defenses are so heavy, I might as well start bombarding them now, because he's got stupid Chichen Itza. Alright, meanwhile, these frigates can scoot forward. Get started up bombarding the next one. Yep, we're actually just about to finish. Particularly to finish with today's session. Because the goal was to finish up through taking out Wang Khan, and we did that today. Alright, you just heal for this turn, and then you can hop on board next turn. So this city finally built the lumber mill. I'm sorry if you just got here. So I can bombard the city or hit the caravel. I think kill the caravel. Just because. And then we'll promote to heal back most of the damage from that. Let's make it so his caravel can't run away. Alright, so yeah, this galleon I'm going to try to bring up and then put the Great General on probably one of these rifles. Just, I actually have enough galleons at the moment. When I could... Yeah, I think I have enough galleons at the moment. So all this unhappiness will go away at the start of the next turn, fortunately. I actually wish I could draft more cities. The fact I can only draft 3 per turn is like starting to be a limitation right now. But you will be responsible for grabbing more people from the islands down here. This round of frigates was quite nice, though. Because now I have the ability to knock out the defenses of these cities. Let's see. You have 1 unit. Why don't we do this? You hop on board this... Wait. Why can't I... Oh, you know what? I can do it this way. Right, you load... Here. There we go. And now we've got a empty galleon that can help out back here as needed. Or this is not a bad spot either. Alright, well, so that was a busy turn. A lot of stuff moving around. So big picture, let's look at where Saladin cities are located. Actually, might even be better not to use the culture indicator. So we finished up with Wang Khan, took over all his islands, including this cruddy, whatever the heck, including this one. On that, I don't know why he bothered to plant this island. So we've got these cities that just came out of resistance. Culture should allow them to pop the border. Oh, you know what? I should try to get the borders popped in 1 turn if I can. Although I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't do that enough here. By the way, why is there a great merchant super specialist in this city? What the heck? No, it'll take 2 turns to pop the borders, but we can do that pretty quickly there. Just desserts, though, we should be able to pop the borders in 1 turn. Although, no, it's going to starve if I do that. See, if I do this, to pop the borders in 1 turn, it'll starve. Oh well, we'll just have to take 2 turns to pop the borders then. MacArthur already popped its borders. Looks fine, as far as I can tell. Now 100% Roman. Yep, just like it's been the whole game, 100% Roman. Our domination percentage is 43, but we should be up to 50 or so when Korea's island comes out of resistance. And then it's largely a matter after that. You know, Muskox, honestly, I would like to get the borders to pop. Maybe we just have this city build culture for the time being to pop those borders more quickly. I think that's more important than anything else. Because that'll get the borders to pop in 9 turns, and then that'll grab me some more tiles up here. Black Forest, too. Yopapa's already popped 3rd ring borders, but Black Forest hasn't, so... Well, might need more production than that. Oh well, we'll figure something out. Build the lumber mill. So yeah, we'll just continue picking up. So this group will keep pushing east through Khorasan, Basra, etc. After Khorasan, they might pop down here and grab these islands. We'll see. We'll definitely hit these islands as we keep pushing forward. We've already grabbed Fustat. We'll definitely try to grab Mecca, and I guess we should try to grab Najran while we're here, because it's on the east coast, and then slip back through here. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Obviously, the main pushes are coming in this direction and in this direction, and we should be able to work our way through Saladin cities, continuing to draft as we go. And after Saladin's done, we probably will want to go after Willem, just because his culture is going to be... Like, number 1, he only has 4 cities, and number 2, his culture is so dominant. Maybe we'll even build some cavalry to try to hit these longbow cities. And you know what we know from AI Survivor? Guess who doesn't build a lot of rifles? Guess who doesn't like to tech rifling? It's Willem. So, yeah, so that's where our situation is. We're going to have to spend a little while longer grinding down these AIs, but we should be able to manage it without too much trouble. We have the units we need. It's just a matter of getting the units to where they need to be and continuing to push until we manage to hit the domination limit. And we'll see how far we make it before that happens. None of these AIs have rifling and aren't likely to get it anytime soon. So I think we're looking pretty good. And we've got most of the world under our control right now. And I'll have to consider if it's worthwhile to go grab this spot. Probably. You know what? Why don't you build a settler? And then you can hop on board this galleon. And then this galleon and this settler can go to the promised land of Whale Island. And why not? It's worth 5 tiles towards domination. Okay, so we're going to stop the stream here. Thank you for watching today's today's game. I hope it was entertaining to see Wang Khan get eliminated from the game very quickly. Next time, we will see if we can push over Saladin, and that'll be the goal, see if we can eliminate him. And it will probably take 2 more sessions to finish the game completely, but we'll see how far we get. So I hope your weekend is off to a great start. And until next time, I'll see you guys then. Have a good one. Take care. Bye, guys.